Time to talk figures, yeah, let's begin with Berserk and Jesse, so let the fun spin. Archive figures and those recent pickups, chatting pre-orders, making Mondays way better for us all. The Collection Nexus, yeah! The Collection Nexus, woo! The Collection Nexus, it's here! The Collection Nexus!
What's going on, Collection Nexus? How are you guys doing tonight? It is a Monday. We are here to just make your Monday that much better. Mine was okay, but guess what? It's going to be amazing because we got an awesome guest tonight. We got an awesome co-host. Everything's just going to be epic tonight. So I'm glad you guys stopped by. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell everybody we're on. We got Brian Burke from Von Burke Studios with Ash and Oath. Like, I cannot wait for this episode. But before we dive into that, I want to bring in my co-host, the one, the only, the punctual Berserk 69 is in the house.
That's
me.
You.
That's
me.
You.
What's all mirrored. It's all mirrored somewhere. We're just gonna dance over here. You know, very excited. Second time speaking to Brian, which is exciting. Yeah. Always good to have him. We talked to him when he was first brainstorming these stuff, and now it's here. You know, you can put your money where your mouth is. I'm excited. I've said it so many times on this show. We need pirates. We need pirates.
We do.
And one of my heroes from childhood once asked, "Are you ready, kids?" I'm ready.
I'm ready, dude.
I'm ready.
But first, before we bring in Brian, we got a very special co-host with us tonight. The one, the only Cincy John is in the house.
Woo,
what's up,
guys? What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thank y'all so much for having me tonight. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. We're going to get ashy. I think
Let's get ashy. There it is.
We're going to get ashy.
I've been trying to get that to catch, but like nobody's
going to get ashy.
Catching on. But yeah, dude, Cincy John, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Talking to Brian Burke, showing off some figures. Let's pick his brain. Let's see how Brian works up in there. You know, let's do it. So
I've got a ton of questions for Brian.
Oh, good. I got a few myself. Ronald, I hope you got some locked and loaded, ready to rock. So let's bring him in. What do you guys say? You want to bring in Brian Von Burke from Von Burke Studios? You guys heard of this little Kickstarter thing he's doing right now? Like, let's talk about it. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Brian,
let's get ashy. We got to get ashy.
Okay.
Come on, because that's going to be a stretch goal. We're gonna get some lotion. We're gonna get some lotion for that ashiness. So yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here, you guys. Thanks for having me.
Man.
It's so great to be here, and John, be able to talk with you is gonna be amazing. I love your work. I'm a huge fan of everything you do on Instagram, and you just make everything look so much cooler.
Like, wow.
All the more reasons why I want you to get these Ashen Oath blanks in your hand.
Yeah.
Like those artists, dude. Oh my, it gives me chills just thinking about what you guys are gonna do with these. So I'm stoked to be here.
See, now you want me to paint something. If it's a photography, that's fine. But when you start asking me to paint stuff, you don't want me to ruin it. There's three things you don't let me hold because I want to screw it up, and that's a baby, your sandwich, and paintbrushes.
I got a secret.
Don't let me do that.
I got a secret for you. I had a conversation with someone recently saying, what if, like on a photography sense, right? What if we did a photo shoot of prototype, the colored plastics that come from the factory, they're not painted, decoed yet. Yeah. So you get some that's raw like that, and you put it into a set, and you do like killer photography of like a prototype that's unpainted. I thought that'd be so different than what you would normally see. But then also, when you look at test shots, for me are my favorite products from Four Horsemen Studios. I love the way they look. I love how much detail it shows, and how the light, when you put an overhead light on the gray plastic, it's like chef's kiss, right? That's what I'm talking about. I'm getting something like that in your hands where it just transforms the whole process of how it's going to look and the detail, and it's just different. You don't see that very often. You see, it's always like fully painted characters or whatever it's going to be, but give them something that's different. That's, I don't know.
Yeah, best shots in Kickstarter is very rare. So yeah, definitely.
Look at that. See, they're beautiful. They're just so nice.
Yes.
The contrast in them is just so nice. Yeah.
Well, another thing with John with his photography is he takes amazing black and white as well. I've seen some collabs you've done. Like, come on, dude. Come on.
I'm trying. Black monochrome is not my thing, but it's such a beautiful art that I love to get good at. And I'm trying, but I'm definitely not there yet. So
nice. Very cool. Lots of talent. Lots of talent.
I'm sorry, I was giggling because I've been reading some of these comments. Before we continue, I'd like to jump in and say what up to the chat if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, I'm reading it too. Ash and oatmeal, let's go.
Let's go. At first, we have Emir Kaspar. He says, "Back the oath." That's why we're here,
man?
baby.
What's my man? What's up?
What's up? Jeremy Gobier, back the Burke. That seems to be the trending hashtag is back the Burke.
That's it's making its ways around the interwebs.
We got the one and only Obi-Wan Chingones in the house. Ronald, that's your cue.
I love that name.
Orale muchacho, what's up?
That's so
that's me. That's me. Let's
get
up in here. Wholesome Warlocks in the house. What's going on?
There we go.
This is back the Burke.
He coined that. He's the originator of the.
I like it.
Yeah.
He's number one. I'll catch up. I'll catch up with Let's Get Ashy. Brick says, I think you meant back that Burke up.
Oh, look out.
Girl, you look good. When you back that up.
Girl, you look good. That's right. Oh boy.
What's up? I don't know if you guys caught it, but Brian, you were on Brick Something's channel the other day. What's up, Brick? Great show. Very informative as usual. Yeah, it was a lot of fun watching that show for sure. Got Blurred Concepts in the house. What's up, Peeps? Back the oath. There we go. How's it going? Oh, our buddy Nico is in the house. Hey, Peeps, nice to see you. See the beard back. Yeah, it's coming back. Full force.
Nice.
Told you, Ronald.
4 days, right?
Was it a month and a week, I believe. Stormfire's in the house. Where are you at these days? He says, greeting and salutations. Get raised in obscurity and carve the path of vengeance. Whoa. Whoa, he's been reading some of your biographies, huh? For your characters.
Sounds like it.
Tristan Haley, what's up? He says, hi, how are you doing? Happy Monday. Brick's commenting on how beautiful Ronald looks tonight.
Yeah, how to bring in the Riz.
Night Gamers 2.0's in the house. He says, hi, what up? The Wiggy 73. Purple Toaster sings opera Invisible Llamas at midnight. That's very interesting. So this is what I was laughing about Brick Something and saying, dang it, Jesse, I've been trying to tell you. Ashy means different things to different people. Keep the ashy away.
Right.
Ashy slashy.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Let's see. We got Ray M8B8.
What's up, man?
Hi. How are you? How's it going? And then we couldn't be Collection Nexus without Clanable. Hey, Nexus and Guess. How you doing, Clanable? Maybe Head Cannoneer is thinking about your really dope Ashen Oath music that you have. I hear faint singing, like a chorus.
Yes.
In preps to this show, I've been listening to those. Those songs, and dude, I wanted to, man, I wanted to ask you, like, do you really got somebody playing cello, or is it like what's going on here? This is beautiful singing.
Yeah. Claire Wright, she does composing for it, so it's the music's digital. I mean, she's singing, but she's doing all the keyboards, and build it all
Beautiful.
herself. So yeah, it's fantastic.
I
She's
hope
perfect.
to see more, a whole
Yeah.
album. I know you're
Mhm.
telling Brick you'd like to dive more into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like keep it
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, that sonic connection, I think it really builds the product. Like it's more immersive.
Yeah,
You
man.
really feel it's cool.
And
Yeah.
colored vinyls. Ash colored vinyls.
Let's go. You know what we'll do?
Ooh.
We'll do what's that called? The etchings that they do around the base of the label. Whoever's pressing it will put like a little secret
Mhm.
message in there or put their signature. We'll have to do like some hidden things. Or if you play it
Ooh.
backwards, maybe we do a little back masking.
Yeah, gotta get the
Ooh.
backward playing in there for some
That's right.
some
We gotta
lore
have-
and stuff. Put some lore in there.
Let's
Yes.
Yeah, I'm seeing like a black like skull shape with like green, speck like stretch. I don't know. I'm just seeing
Clear
Yeah.
green vinyl.
Ooh,
could be good.
that'd be cool. That'd be really
Or
cool.
swirl, black and green swirl.
Like pictures this are always nice, but not the best sound. But
We got
there you go.
satanic goat
it on your
worshipping in the house. He says, "Let's raise like numbers." The connection brought a kick-ass crew. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah,
Nice.
this is a
nice.
awesome
and
crew.
subs, if you guys aren't subscribed yet, drop us one of those.
Here we
Help
go.
us reach goals and help get more campaigns showcased here.
That's right.
Yeah, let's go. I wanted to bring up this comment from Wholesome Warlock, moisturizing gang. Yeah,
That's
that was a
not
wild.
tuning in to a moisturizing gang show.
Yeah, no, that's questionable. Well, what up, everybody? Happy Monday. We got Brian Von Burke in the house. We want to talk about his Kickstarter. Pick his brain, shoot all the questions his way. We'll read them. Let's just have a good night tonight. So, Brian, I wanted to dive in with you real quick.
Okay.
I've been following your work for quite some time.
Yeah.
Your box that you do with the Mill Wickman, your customizing work, your
Look at that.
just creativity has just blown me away over the years.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for saying that. Yeah.
And I went to Legion's Con in 2023, and that's where I met you.
Yeah.
And I came up to you and I said, dude, I've just been a fan of your work for so long. And you made my con, I want to say, because you handed me a little blind bag and said, here, man, thanks for supporting. And you gave me this skull right here.
Oh, yeah.
Von Burke.
Yes.
Skull with the sharp teeth. My camera is not focusing, but I feel like, I've been there. I've seen this journey. I've walked, not as much as you. Your shoes are worn thin, but I've walked the pathway. I've seen your evolution.
You see
and
hints.
it's just,
Yeah.
it's amazing, man. Like,
Cool.
It's just,
Thanks, dude.
dude. Like, just you want to just dive in a little of that of just like where this all started. Like, where did the Dark Realm and like how did you gravitate to this right here? This Ashen Oath Kickstarter.
It's the reaction you're having right now from having a piece handed to you, right? It's that moment where you give a piece of your art to someone and the appreciation is staggering when you see that happen. And so that's the biggest motivation. My initial, I would say, mission statement was to create a palette or a canvas for people to be creative with, right? So sculpting, doing artwork that allows other people to do artwork on, paint them, right? And so that's always been a thing that fills my cup. So that started, quite a ways back, with that. And then try to do, I don't know, I like to try to shock people. So kind of come to the table with like weird creatures, like different types, things you wouldn't expect, and so I like that attention when it gets a little spooky. So that inspires me to do it even more when I see people get excited about, weird stuff or for, like you pulling up that head sculpt or that the headpiece I haven't seen that one in quite some time. And so those kind of memories to see, those resurface the logo on the side. If you look at, the teeth, or if you look at the teeth on there, it's kind of inspired for the mortem, like it has a very mortem kind of look to it. So it's neat to see those hints that were kind of laid many years ago. I mean, started back at Legion's Con 2 to 3, several years ago. So, but I've always, I think the mystery of like dark arts or like dark design and dark storytelling I think it's fascinating. It leads to a lot of it scares people away, but also it makes you kind of want to explore a little bit more, like kind of figure it out. Kind of like a really scary movie. You get into it and it's just hardcore. You're like, how do we get out of this? Like, how do we get out of this story? And you really are hoping for a good ending, unless it's like an A24 film, and then you never know what you're going to get in that. It's one of my favorite studios. But anyways, it's that concept of creating this darkness that I know I can navigate, that I can bring people into, and hopefully people can navigate out of. And that's all sparked by movies that I've watched. It goes from Star Wars, the original Star Wars, New Hope, to later on we have Lord of the Rings, like the original Lord of the Rings, the animated Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. And then, you get into more of the modern games and anime and comics, like Berserk and Dark Souls and Elden Ring, and some of the punk music I used to listen to, and metal. It all comes together, right? It all just really comes together and forms these things. Like there's an intensity to all that I'm talking about that makes that sculpture happen. And so that's a lot of my inspiration. Is, for one, I'm motivated by the response I get from people, like when they really are excited when they get a piece. And then two, I just keep doing that, whatever that might be. So it's like this A/B test, right? Sometimes, sometimes there's a sculpt that gets out there that's not a banger, or it's like people are like, yeah. And I was like, I thought it was pretty rad, and it just didn't really move. And so, but that's okay too. But I think that whole part of it, when you start to see Ashen Oath form, you see that there's soundtracks, right? There's music that I had commissioned, and I have artwork commissioned, and I have these things. There's this whole thing I'm trying to bring together that I've been a fan of for such a long time, of like I said, music and art. So I want to bring that. I want that to kind of ooze out of my product as well. So that's kind of a long-winded explanation on where it started, but it was really just coming to a toy community like the Cabal and showcasing some pieces and people really liking them, and it was just nonstop. Emil and I had done Von Box for the past 5+ years, and so it's doing things like that where you're forced to sculpt something new every month on a seasonal basis, or it's challenging. It's really challenging to do, especially nowadays, with Ashen Oath, and having Von Box. And look at that. That's the most recent Von Box character. And look at those eyes.
Damn.
I love that.
They don't miss. If you're not subscribed to the Von Box, you won't be disappointed. They don't miss. So, and so I was really stunned about this. This is just to show how good I am. I actually posted a photo of that head and the other one. Got the other one here somewhere. I got all my Von Burke stuff set up over here, like little dolls. So this other one right here, I actually took a photo of this, and I actually commented on Emil, because Emil Wickman, he's a fantastic customizer in the community. And I was like, man, these paint jobs are crazy. And Emil's like, I didn't paint those. That was all Brian. So I didn't even know Brian was doing all the painting. I thought Brian was doing the sculpting. Come to find out, Brian's a kick-ass painter also, that I did not realize that Brian was actually doing the paint jobs on these.
I appreciate you saying that.
Just amazing talent from Brian that I was not aware of. So
thanks. And so that Von Box was just another thing where we just kept pushing, and it was challenging us. And so it's all of that really comes together. And those eyes look so nice. Do you have a black light over there or something? Is that what you have going on?
I don't. It's actually just bouncing off my computer. That's how much they glow. They glow. I mean,
there's ethereal energy. I put that energy in there. It's actually magic. I won't tell you the secret. I won't tell you what I do, because then you guys won't buy my product. No, I'm just kidding.
This one glows too. Yeah.
Ooh,
so this is another head. I mean, yeah, those eyes glow. Like when you turn the lights out in here. Oh yeah, they'll glow if they're charged.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Also, it looks radioactive.
Yep.
Keep away from children.
That's right. That should disclaimer in there.
So funny you mentioned that. I'm actually a nuclear engineer, and my work office is right across the hallway. So there might actually be something to that.
Okay.
maybe it's
not. But
that's awesome. So that's it. That's kind of it in a nutshell. It's the inspiration I get and the motivation I get from it as well.
So was there like a switch that flipped when you were doing like, okay, I'm going to do custom 3D prints? You showed them off at Legion's Con. Everybody had good feedback, and you were like, no. Can you think of like a switch where it was like, we're going to make something more of this? These should be figures. Like, we're going to go further here.
Yeah, I think I started to do that at when I first showcased the Eventide, and that was Legion's Con 2020. 2020, I think it was when they were showcased. And then I did Pauldrons. So the Eventide were a custom set of 4 characters, and they all had custom pauldrons. And so that was like my first breakout from just doing heads and going into pauldrons. But at that point, it wasn't a decision I was going to make full characters, because at that time I had no idea about engineering. Like I couldn't sculpt proportions like that. There's no way at the time. But like right now, I get a lot of feedback saying it seems like all of a sudden, like you went from heads to full articulated characters. How'd you sculpt that, right? And it's kind of one of those things where it's been years in the making. I've had so many different pieces on my work desk, like elbows that just failed, or torsos that didn't work, and ripped apart, commercial figures around me as well. And so, as a customizer and as a sculptor and a huge fan of action figures, of course, you always dream to have your own line one of these days, right? And so it's always been the dream, but it just takes quite some time to get to the point where you can get the engineering done yourself. And that's what I wanted to do for a first wave, at least, was I want to do the engineering. I really want to be that granular and that connected with the art. That way, when I showcase it, I can speak to it from, like I said, from a really granular level. Like if I hand you a signed action figure, it's actually my artwork. It's not the production manager. It's not, whoever. It's actually coming from and that's different. I feel, and I use this story all the time about, like, when you go to a show, you go to a concert, right? And then the lead singer like reaches out and shakes your hand or points at you. You're like, holy shit, like me? It's like all of a sudden you feel like transported into the world. You're like that close. But if the band manager came out to shake your hand, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. It's cool. But when the lead singer of the band comes out, it's a whole different story. And so that's the impact I want to have, is say, this is coming from me. This is from the artist, himself. So I had to sculpt it. I had to be the sculptor and the painter and everything else just to have that impact. And I'll continue to sculpt. Don't get me wrong. I'll continue to sculpt pieces, but I really wanted to hone in that technique of articulation and engineering, like tolerances and things, how things move, and how a hybrid butterfly. So if you look at the articulation later, you'll see it's a hybrid of imports to domestic articulation. And so it's a Frankenstein piece of art that's I had to utilize engineering that got me into the movements that I want for photographers like yourself, that can put them in positions that you want to have the drama in. You start getting limited if you have certain types. I hear people say, well, my figures don't need to do the splits, because they might. I mean, knowing that they can. I might have
they could.
A Lamborghini that goes 200 miles an hour is great, but it doesn't mean I'm going to go drive it that fast on the highway. It's just nice to know that it could do that. But so knowing that I can have that range where I can hand it off to someone and say, I can do anything with this thing, because I want to see that happen. I want to see the figure in that crazy pose. And you'll see, in pictures on my Kickstarter, you'll see that Mortar Resonant where he's arched back, and he's leaning back and he's got his jaw open. Like it's demonstrating that he can actually stand there with that pose without any stands, right? And it's based on a lot of things. For one, is the range of motion, but it's the foot base. It's how big I made the sole, like the foot base, a little bit wider so he can stand. And then also it's things like having a hollow chest or having a semi-hollow torso. It's lighter up top and has heavier thighs and heavier shins. And so the base of gravity is a lot lower. So he's able to stand in these other positions. And if you have tight joints with the right, tolerances, and you have the right durometer and plastics, it's a magical process that you can have a figure and get these poses without maybe having to use stands, or that they're not going to fall over on your shelf, right? So it's kind of a science project when you think about it. And I know I sound like a big nerd, but I had to learn that. I had to learn that to produce these figures to look the way they're looking. So yeah,
I learned that word durometer from Brick's show.
Skateboarding.
It's
big in skateboarding. And so the wheels, like 97As, or I just did a skateboard video today. I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram, but those wheels are so freaking hard. They're like 97, 98As, and they're the worst to skate on streets. They're super hard. Yeah. So they use the same term in plastics, with manufacturing, is durometer of softness. So the skirt armor, the folds, are going to be softer. The pelvic piece is going to be softer than the torso. So, and the pauldrons have to be a certain softness or hardness too, because I want them removable. So they kind of just pinch in to the peg holes, and you just pull it and it pops out. So then there's some interchangeability in there as well. But if they're too tight, I don't want to have people to have to warm everything up. I mean, some things you're gonna want to have to do, like joints and stuff, but not everything. So it becomes a science project of, like, at the end of the day, when John has the figure in his hand, what's he gonna think? I'm going to do whatever I can do with this thing. I want to swap things out. I want to create this new thing. So I think about that end game too. And I come back to where I am now before production and say, this is how we're going to release these figures. We're going to have this kind of opportunity.
Yeah,
I'm nerding out, dude. I'm nerding out.
Yeah. I hear it. I'm like, yeah, no, this is just.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let's go.
Me, like as a casual, well, not casual, but not in the fine things like that. Like, I was just like, this is hard plastic, this is gummy plastic, but apparently there's levels to it. There's exactly what number you're aiming for. This was better than that one.
And the beauty is too, you guys, from as a designer standpoint and a producer, is I know where the potential weaknesses are in the articulation. So when I start getting samples back from the factory, my eye will automatically go to places where I'll say, I know where they could go wrong. I know there's a spot in this ankle where it's going to be loose. We need to tighten this up, or we need to really maybe go a little heavy on the tolerance. So it's a little bit tighter, but not too tight. But also understand that peg diameter needs to be a certain diameter and hardness, so it doesn't break when you are trying to move it, right? So there's a lot of things that are going to affect, the back and forth of the factory, but it's got to be a certain way. And like I said, I'll know what to look for, and so the QC is going to be, that's going to be probably my demise. Is like, they're going to hate me. Like the factory's like, oh my God, really? I'm like, yeah, really? You wait till you see these figures get into people's hands. The first thing they start doing is moving things around, and guess what they're going to talk about? So,
I think that should be the selling point of people that don't know you and don't know your work and everything. As somebody that, like I said, I'm a Von Burke box member. I've got plenty of your stuff. The amount of detail that you put in stuff, and the fact that you're going to be a part of all this, that you're going to have your hands on all this, is just super exciting.
Thanks.
Not only are these figures going to be awesome, but they're going to be so picked apart by you because of that eye for detail that you have.
Thank you.
That's one of the things that I'm truly excited about, because some of the detail on some of your stuff is just amazing. And when you're a toy photographer and you're getting in there, you're only going to do a photo as good as the little 1/12 scale figures that you have.
Yeah.
And some of these little fine details that you put in your work is just, it's just crazy. And I'm gonna get a whole figure of that. Come on, are you kidding me? A whole figure of that? Let's go. Let's go,
dude.
I hope people realize that. I hope people realize that.
Well, they do now. So thanks for saying that, dude. That's awesome. Checks in the mail.
That's why I'm here.
That's right. You're collecting checks.
It's a good point. I mean, for real, like, you've been modeling for many years now. You have an eye for detail. Like you were saying on Brick's channel, you wanted the skull. You didn't want to do like an angry. You want a natural looking with the detail, the cracks, and all this stuff. Like, you really got into that, and it's like, that's exactly what I want. I don't want some like, weird looking. I want like just creepy yet like that skull, that human or whatever just crawled out of the ground. And like, that's what I'm looking at, or something,
I think that's what scares us. I think that's what scares us the most, is when it seems so familiar to us that it's hard for us to separate ourselves from that disturbance and that, disreality. It's not a word, disreality, unreality, whatever it is. But when we're so close to that it becomes the most interesting and most scary at the same time. And that's what I want to do, is have it be. And that's what makes it badass, right? That's what makes something really cool. You're like, oh, there's something about the granular thing of this movie or this toy or whatever it's got. Like, you just like, that is cool. Like, it just works. I think we can relate to it. Like,
uncanny valley is creepy.
What's that?
So, The uncanny valley is creepy. I mean, that's the big draw for like androids and stuff. It ain't that they're androids; it's that they're so human-like. So
For sure.
the closer you can get to it, yeah, the creepier, definitely.
Exactly. And I mean, the Mortem characters, like the armor is a little bit on the out there side. It's not as practical as like the Eventide is, but it's enough. It's close enough to be mystical, I guess, and familiar at the same time. It still has layering, same kind of armor layering. It just doesn't have the classic belting on it. And someone brought up a point the other day that the Mortem characters would pair really well with like Cosmic. I didn't even think about that, but what dawned on me was, H.R. Giger is like, I'm a huge fan of his work, always have been since I was little. Like the 79 film would just freak the crap out of me,
Alien.
Alien is just incredible. And so I started looking at the character, and since the Mortem characters don't have traditional buckles and straps, like it could be a sci-fi character. Like if you put some sort of an energy weapon in their hands, it could be something like a Prometheus kind of character, or something that's along those lines, where it could be like a hybrid, or I don't know, someone could pop the heads off my characters and throw an alien head on it, and it could be like a new, like armored, like a hybrid warrior. So then I was like, that is kind of an interesting direction. I didn't think about that. That's something I want to do. I want to actually get some weapons in their hands, like full-on projectile weapons or energy weapons, see what they look like. That'd be kind of a cool concept, a little juxtaposition to where they actually exist. And so you're going to see the impractical design and direction I'll have with a lot of future stuff too.
Yeah, and even with all that, like you're aiming to have it perfect right out the box. Right?
Yeah, that's the problem. Could be a curse.
Why it's going crazy.
Yeah, that could be a curse when you have feature creep too. Like there's probably some things I didn't need to do, but it's like it just kind of creeps in. It's like, I could probably do this little thing. I could do this little thing, but luckily I'm doing it myself, and I'm not paying a artist to have to make all these minor adjustments. So I'm fortunate.
That's awesome.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're speaking my language, the horror and the sci-fi. Like, let's mix those together, and we can create our own type of alien movie with your figures, man. Like,
and I think there's gonna be a lot of opportunity there. Like I said, that was kind of a new, recent realization about the Mortem characters, is that these can make crazy customs for sci-fi characters. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. So then I'm thinking, okay, how are we gonna do Mortem as a cosmic? Like I don't know if you guys remember, I had a custom head called the Mortem Leaper, and he was his head was sculpted almost like the jockey from Alien that's in the big cannon. And I did one that had the ventilator or the tubes and stuff. I kind of forgot about that guy, but that's the Mortem Leaper. So that was kind of a hybrid version. I might need to pull him off the website. Did you guys notice? Did you guys notice that when I pulled the Mortem and the Eventide off the website, that it was like about a year ago, because I knew I was going to do Ashen Oath, and so I wanted to get rid of all the custom characters of like all the Eventides and all the. So I pulled them all off. Some people picked up on it. Oh, that was that exclusive skeleton helmet.
Yeah, I remember the helmet you're talking about now with the thing, because like we were talking about a minute ago with your characters that are coming out, the rib cages and everything. Yeah, I mean that's space jockey. You put that helmet on one of those figures, I mean that's the space jockey. It's
exactly
very Geiger-esque and everything.
It's coming together. I'm like, oh, crazy.
Yeah. So
I don't mind
for sure. I love that stuff.
Yeah,
me too, man. We've been talking about your characters. I know the word's out there, all the Ashen Oath, but Ronald, can we pull up his Kickstarter just so we can get a visual of these characters? I can look at these things all day. Are you taking the photography for your figures too? Is this all your photography?
Yeah,
dude, Brian, you're a one-stop shop, man.
Right now, I'm just, I'm not as good as John and all these other guys that are just knocking things out of the ballpark, but I got to do what I can to get by. My marketing budget isn't as big as I would like it to be, or I'd be hiring, like I said, people like John to do the photography for me, and
free, Brian, free.
Send one to me. I'll take all the pictures you want.
Let's go.
I actually gave Brian a hard time the other day because he had a behind the scenes, and I was like, dude, you're just raw dogging it with no bounce board,
Yep.
just straight line. What are you doing? What are you
I
doing?
know. Give those to me.
All
We'll
right,
have our day in the sun, man. John, we'll
look, the
work
IG
something out. We'll work something out.
Yes,
Kickstarter.
which I'm not pulling up.
Let's go Kickstarter. Let's get into it.
Let's see where we're at.
Yeah. I'm curious what our numbers are at too. I've been trying my best to spread the word. I've been dropping reels and all this stuff.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, we need these figures in our lives. But you know, you were talking like, you know, making customs and stuff like that. I know you have your own articulation system, but will these be kind of modular with Legions, or is there any type of shoulder pauldrons or anything?
I didn't design them in a way to be like interchangeable with Legions at all. Amongst themselves, though, you'll be able to swap some of the parts like heads and pauldrons and hands and feet. Whenever you get into like the double elbows and double knees, you can't swap those because I'm going with the pinless system, so you don't see the pins; they're actually internal. So you can't change that. You have full arms. But what I will say is the arms are ball socketed into the chest joint, so that could be popped out, and you could swap arms that way as long as you know. I mean, they should fit fine, but there's a faux butterfly in there, so it's a ball and socket, so it can rock back and forth, up and down, and then you got the rotation and T pose and A pose and all that stuff. So, but those should be able to pop right out, and customizers are so great these days. I mean, look at Emil, like what he does. You can make things work and have it just look just insane. So, yeah.
One of the things that I wanted to bring up that, you know, just again to show how much Brian is thinking ahead and thinking about people like me. When you're doing toy photography, if you've seen my toy photography, I'm a big guy about emotion and up close and personal. You know, I'm not very good at all these establishing shots, so I like to do emotion and everything. And I don't know if it's been mentioned on any show yet. I haven't heard it. Brian's been on about 1,000 shows this week. So I haven't. But when it comes to the articulation, one of the things that I've noticed and that I'm a fan of just by looking at it is the elbows. Because if you look at the elbows, I think he mentioned on a show the other day, it might have been with Jeremy or something, that the arm will actually touch the top of the pauldron. So when you're doing toy photography, you want to show emotion. And when you think about human emotion, you know, if you think about like a kid being scared, or you think about somebody having a panic attack, that's emotion. And the first thing they do is they put their hands close to their face. So these figures being able to do that, from what I can see with, you know, just showing that the teeth and the jaw articulation is crazy and great. But the fact that their arms are going to go up as much as they are because of the elbows, that's exciting to me, because that's a way to show emotion and everything. So that's just another thing.
No one's ever said that.
I don't know if Brian had that intended, but that's what I see. That's what I see out of the figures. So
the intention was to have a great range right now. And thanks for pointing that out, because no one's really had mentioned the whole concept of having hands that high up. When designing the elbows and the locking point. So the locking point is basically the forearm armor extends up the back, and so that will lock it so it doesn't go hyperextended. You know, the main reason was to get into like overhead sword positions or double-handed sword positions and axes and stuff like that, especially with the when you get the butterflies and, you know, you got the bicep, you know, swivel and everything like that. But having the hands come up that high it's nice. It is nice because you can kind of create some really cool dramatic poses, like you were saying. But I didn't think about it that way as far as like the hands up towards the face, but
or even just like, you know, defeated in battle, like dead, like, you know, like, you know, I've seen so many good photography of just like, you know, dead soldiers and like weird poses, you know, it's just to get that range, you know, get the butterfly back on the ground, head on the side, neck down, you know, a lot of figures can't do that.
Right.
Know?
And that's the cool thing. You just nailed it as far as having the accessibility to get into these poses that you want to get into. And this really, I mean, anyone that does, you know, any kind of photography or likes to pose figures, when you just look at this breakdown, you can see, I mean, when you got the ball joints from the pelvis up to the torso, and then a double barbell that goes into the chest. So that upside down kind of cross thing goes up into the chest, and that's where the butterfly is. You start getting these really interesting rocking, peel backs, like they can arch back really well. They could turn, they could do side bends really well. But on top of all that, what you have to be careful with is when you start getting them into these yoga poses, you start getting gapping issues. You start getting these, and it breaks the illusion. The illusion of the figure is lost once you see a hole in there. And so the picture you'll see a little bit later, it has the mortem and he's arching way back. That was actually originally not to show necessarily articulation, but to show how far it can bend back without seeing gaps in it. And then same with bending forward, not having, there's going to be some like on the neck. It's hard to see because there's shadows up on there, but the neck is a double barbell that goes into the neck. So it's going to give you twist, of course, and then it gives you, full range that way. But sometimes with the necks like that and that ball joint, if you crank the neck too far to the side, you're going to see some gapping there. It's hard to avoid that. You can set the head a little bit down further onto the neck, and so it'll rock just the top of it. And I'm working on that, the fine tuning. The beauty about factories is they can fine tune that, all the tolerances that you need, expand things and whatnot. So I'll be working closely with the factory to say, hey, how much can we close this gap? And so it's really interesting that I'm going to have that kind of control or QC or just level of fine tuning. So by the time it gets into your hands, you'll be like, holy shit. Okay. I just want people to pull these things out and not feel bad about them. I want them to feel really stoked about them. So I'm doing all I can to make sure that my communication with the factories is there to have a great product for you guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
another
all
thing
that detail, guys, all that detail he's putting in this
bro.
makes people like me look better, and it makes our life so much easier. All the closing the gaps and everything. That's why we need these figures, guys. So go ahead. Let's get these pledges up. I need these
Thanks,
figures,
dude.
guys. So
Thanks,
let's go.
dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
So the comparison photos here, there's a couple things I wanted to demonstrate. One is just overall height. What is an overall height for like the Mortem to Mezco Conan, which is going to be the smallest scale you're probably going to see, at least in my collection. That the Conan, the Mezco stuff is probably the leanest and smallest of the scales that I have. But more importantly, I wanted to show that proportions are really similar, right? Like it's like they would exist in their worlds, but as taller characters, as ominous monsters in a space, like a Prometheus character, or like aliens. Like the aliens are 7 feet tall or plus in the movies. I wanted that concept where they're not that tall, but I mean, well, they're 7.5 inches, so they are 7 feet. But I didn't want them to look out of place. So pauldrons tend to be about the same size as a 7-inch character or 112. You're going to see the hands are real similar, not on the Mezco, but on some of the other ones, you're going to see that the proportions are really similar. But where you're going to see the height is in the shins. And like the anatomy of it, like an athlete, I love a shorter thigh, but a little bit longer of a shin. Because you get this turnover when running, you get this turnover that's quicker and your strides longer, so they're more agile. And if you think of my characters are more of an agile warrior rather than like a tank, like a frontline tank character, right? And so
the heavy.
Yeah. And I wanted them to, like I said, these comparisons, I just wanted to show how similar different parts are amongst each other and how it would look on your shelf if they were battling each other, or in photography, right? Or if they would have a place in photography. I love Mezco, but I think that it's hard to pose an action scene with Mezco to like a mythic sometimes, because seeing Conan that small, it's like, it's hard to pull off that magic. That's a magic trick that's going to be hard to pull off because they don't look nearly. But
well, I mean, Brian, the beauty of this, like dark fantasy realm, is it's fantasy scale. Like, dude, honestly, if you made this guy right here in like, quarter scale or like brute scale, or like Legion's, brute scale or something, it would still fit because it's fantasy. And I would put that up a bit against, all my knights that I have or whatever, like him just swinging a big old hammer or something.
I'm glad you feel that way. I'm glad you feel that way.
I do appreciate like your thought process and like making it want to flow with others in the collection and all that stuff. I wish more companies had that thought process.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this like specific character, I'm looking at it like he could be a brute scale, ogre scale, something, or something menacing on the battlefield.
Yeah.
I would love to have that in my collection. Now, once you get into more of the human characters, that's where I feel like what you're saying is like totally like let's kind of get it to where it'll flow with the collection a lot
Yeah.
more, you
Yep.
know. But I
And
think
they'll vary in size as characters are revealed.
right
You'll
on.
see that they're not all going to be just this size. You'll see, different size
Right
characters
on.
as well.
I mean,
I
that's
want to
human.
just
I mean, everybody's different, so
Even
right?
even in the
Yeah,
real even in
yeah,
our world, I
yeah,
mean, the real
exactly,
world, it's like
right.
there's no real average height.
And as far as
So
shelf presence go, with them actually being a little bigger, I mean, that's just going to increase shelf presence. I mean, you ever
yeah,
played a Souls game or Elden Ring or something? Look, those bosses
exactly,
are the same size as you. They're
exactly.
intimidating.
mm,
Bigger.
Yes.
These things are going to be lean. They're going to stick out on the shelf.
Hmm.
And again, I'm just going to go out and be a
yeah.
fanboy again. These things on the shelf are going to be killer because people come and look at my shelf back there and everything. Usually, the first thing they pick out is Brian's stuff. I mean, and we're talking like
Wow.
little helmets and heads. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's crazy because it's something they've never seen before.
Oh my God, that's
One of
awesome,
these
dude.
things on the
Thanks
shelf
for telling
is
me
going
that.
to stand out and it's going to pop and it's going to make your collection look so much better. So,
One of
Okay,
them.
second check's in the mail.
Let's
Second
go
check's in the mail, so
forward.
it's on its way, dude. Thanks, John, for saying that. That's amazing. And then I'm working on. I want to have the deco, like the eye deco or the color. Sorry, deco. It's like the term they use in manufacturing, but the eye color, like that day glow, it really pops like just in person. But when you run a black light on it, it really glows. But what I really want to do, and we'll see if the pricing's right. So I want to make that glow in the dark. Yeah, see, look at just the light off his monitor.
yeah.
I want to see if I can get these to that they can do a glow in the dark paint for me. That way, when you shut off the lights at the end of the night and you walk out and you turn back, you see all your boredom eyeballs shining, kind of like you're camping. You see the raccoon eyes or you see the wolf, like in movies, you see the wolf eyes. I love that effect, and so I want to have that. I want to have that look when you leave your studio or when you leave your room, to have the eyes watching you when you look back. It'd be so cool.
Yeah, I hope you can make that work. I think that would just add a little extra,
Yeah.
a little extra to the thing.
That'd be
I
fun.
wanted to go back a little bit. I wanted to just highlight one of Stonefire Blizzard's comments. He said, loving the look of the Kickstarter, especially the cursed armor of Coranthus. Is
Corthanus.
there Corthanus, sorry. Is there a cursed female armor? Could be worn by a skeleton. I don't care. Just a cursed female armor would be cool.
Wouldn't that be fun? That would be a lot of fun.
So a little back history with Stormfire Blizzard, which he highlighted in a recent comment, is he has a rule. He says he'll only buy female Mythic Legions. A lot of his stuff is in Mythic is female, so he's just kind of like saying, "Hey, where's the ladies at? Where's all my girls at?" Patience, Stormfire. Let's get this thing backed.
Yeah.
And then, I would love to know eventually what you got in store in the future, man. Because
definitely,
I'll let you.
I'll let you in on a little secret that I have not told anyone in any chat or anything. Is my first demo sculpts that I was working on articulation was a female buck.
Oh, all right.
So that might give you a hint to something, but that was my first go around with working on articulation and engineering. And so the next, we have for the Eventide, we have 3 characters, but we still haven't seen Eve. She's a big character in the Eventide. She's an assassin. She's a badass. She's got the dual 6-layer crossbows. So she hasn't been seen yet in the story, but she is definitely on my radar for upcoming release. So I'm all in. Yeah, armored.
Ooh.
And she's armored.
Me too. I like
Brian, that was one of the questions. Oh, sorry, Jess.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Brian, that was one of the questions I was gonna ask. I've been hearing you talk on other shows. You got all this mapped out. Unlike most Kickstarters where they're like, "Hey, this is a passion project of mine. Let's get this going." One of the things that I've noticed you gravitate to is, "Hey, this is going." And not only is this one, but this is an IP that I'm going to continue for a long time. I mean, you're talking comic books, you're talking
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was gonna kind of pick your brain about was you've got skeletons and you've got human figures. Is there anything else that you kind of see in this world that you're creating, this
Mhm.
mythology that you're creating? I mean, we see Four Horsemen, they've got minotaurs and all these
Yeah.
other, cat-like figures and everything.
Mhm.
What do you see anything like that in the future for your world, or
Yeah.
you just
I
is
do.
that something that
Yeah, I have some concepts that I've been working on, at least in my head. I haven't drawn them out or sketched them out. I have a character, and this is something I haven't really spoke about either. But there's a character that I really want to do, and it would be a female character, but it's more along the lines of like a witch. So imagine like a witch that has um, maybe no eyes, and it's just like flat flesh, hair's kind of receded back, black hair,
Oh, yeah.
just kind of like a small pursed lips with some sharp teeth, real muted colors, something along those lines where she's just really, really taken like the Stone of Radiance to this whole another level that we haven't seen yet or would expect. That could be something that's even creeping out the mortem a little bit, like another level of something that's like, whoa, this is like twisted, like this kind of concept. I like the practicality of characters that could be once human. Like I said, it's kind of going back to the familiar, like being familiar with what their essence is, like if they're human or whatnot, things like that. But if you go back and look at my catalog of some of the old stuff I've done, you'll see werewolves. I had the Vorbach werewolf that had the 4 eyes. There was Von Grayson, who was the werewolf hunter, who was a werewolf himself, or is a werewolf himself. And the only way this werewolf in this village could be taken down was by another werewolf. And it was him. And they didn't realize that the villager was the story's badass. But anyways, there's characters like that you'll probably see in the future. Yeah, there's I have a bunch of different. I have like a character Bible on my computer that has all like the notes I've been telling you, just all laid out. Some may never come to be. Like it's like my sculpts. You should see my files on my computer of all the sculpts that have never made it. That were
Send
just
them
like
over.
that just got about 3/4 of the way through, and I just couldn't. I'll tell you, here's another thing I don't really talk about too much, but a lot of artists will say this, is that most of my artwork, sculpts and everything, reach this point where they all reach this point where I just don't like it. Every single sculpt is like, I don't like this thing. There's something. I just
welcome to
every piece of my artwork, every piece reaches this point. I have to step back and then revisit, and I have to revisit at a different time of day, or I just have to revisit at a different time. Maybe you've had like a beer or something, or like, oh, okay. Now I see where I was going with it. And then all of a sudden I'll get over that hump, and then it'll become something, right? And I have so many of those where I didn't give it the second chance to look at it through a different set of eyes to create. And so I have a lot of notes on characters like that in my mind reaches that level where I like them, but there's something that's not kicking it over to that next level where I'm starting to like, okay, I'm getting that flow. Like it's like flow, it's like flow in music and sing and like rapping or singing or drawing. It's not the flow state yet on those ones. And so I have characters that are kind of waiting to get in that flow state, but definitely, the Mortem characters, Corthanis, the Eventide, well exceeded that flow state. They started banging. I was like, okay, we're going to keep, especially the Mortem characters. Is like, these are just, But yeah, so to answer your question, John, I have a ton of different characters that I like to bring to the table that do exist, secretly in my Bibles and, environmental Bibles and different like that will show up. The female warriors and, different types of characters are all out there, just kind of marinating for future use. They're in the bullpen.
I mean, you guys heard it here. He said it. If we get this thing funded, he's got a witch coming up. She's going to have real flowing hair. It's going to be creepy. It's gonna be all stuff.
Could be.
Ronald put the $393 all-in set. That's only going to help get $50 a savings. So let's go. There it is.
There we go.
That's one step closer to a creepy ass witch that we all need.
Yep.
Well, John, you kind of stole my question, man. That was one of my questions tonight was, which you answered, Brian, but I'm a big creature guy.
Yeah.
So give me some werewolves and, just, chupacabra looking stuff, just creatures, vampires. I know that there's other Kickstarters coming up that are gonna handle that, but I want to see what you got. And another
Yeah.
beauty that you have too is you have a library of stuff.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, you do Frankenstein. You know, you can take an idea from this one you did, that
Mhm.
one worked, and meld it. You are the artist here. You are the creator of this. The possibilities are endless. That's
Yeah,
where I get excited.
for
Is like,
sure.
you know, but
And
I mean,
they come from a really deep place too. You know, I don't just say, oh, I want a werewolf, or oh, I want a vampire.
yeah.
It's the the characters are going to be really important because that was the whole motivation for the Eventide to begin with. You know, Vesperon's a vampire himself, was turned, and so his whole motivation to even create the Eventide was to go after like the vampire empire, right? To go after those guys. And so you're going to see that later on, like who is the leader of the vampire empire. I've hinted on who that is or what he's going to be or what he looks like, but I haven't fully acknowledged that. But that's going to be another big character that's coming up, is the leader of the vampire empire.
I'm on
What do you call
board.
it? Yeah.
Guys,
I'll
look
ask
at
for
the
you, Jesse,
detail.
Wizard.
What's
that?
that, Ronald?
Sorry, Ron.
No, I'll ask on behalf of Jesse, but are there any dinosaurs in this, universe that you crafted?
Any Jurassic characters?
Let's go.
Hey, you never know. Never know.
I think
Look
honestly,
at the
what I think
detail on
is
these weapons, guys.
you need to just go out
Thanks, man.
go out swinging and just create like a dragon that's just like bigger than the Mythic Legion dragon.
No.
Like just go. No, I'm kidding.
You know, it's funny. Over the weekend when Eric Treadaway was on the cast, he was a special guest. I'd made that joke. I said, I'm gonna announce a dragon. It's like he started laughing. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I know what happens. Everyone's been talking about dragon for I don't know how many years, but no. Yeah.
No, what you gotta do is you gotta go on some of the, the PlayStation forums or channels and just be like, look, Bloodborne. Because that's all I'm getting. That's from these weapons right here.
Yeah.
Like
How many hours do you have in Souls games, bro? How many hours do you have?
Oh my God. Between
Tell. I can tell.
even Dark Souls alone, I mean, between the three, it's like a lot. I'm a big fan of the Souls-like games. Like I love that concept. I love roguelike Souls games, and so anything that just makes you cringe, you're like, oh, that was terrible. I spend a lot of time. And you know what happens is that I spend a lot of time in games that have like character creation modes, like Diablo, and where you can change your armor set, like cosmetics. And then I'll stop in games and I'll just look at like texture. Like Elden Ring is such a great game. It's just visually beautiful, and the armor sets and everything's just amazing. And so I have several books over in my small library that are like Elden Ring art books and Dark Souls art books, and just going through the concept art is just really inspiring. And so you may see some of that too, some of that inspiration come through in some of the the armor textures and stuff like that. Yeah.
Like I don't even know if those games have a camera mode, but while I'm playing, I'm not stopping to look at all the details. I'm trying to stay alive.
Oh, I know, right?
At least with the books, like you could look and you're like, oh, I didn't even notice that small little detail on the button. Like there.
Yeah. Ronald, Ronald, what kind of games do you play? Like, are you a console gamer or are you a PC gamer?
I'm a console gamer.
Okay. Yes, what are you playing? What are you playing right now?
Right now, I'm trying to grind out a Monster Hunter since I dropped it for a bit, and I'm trying
Which one?
I feel
the new one.
The new one, yeah, Wilds, because I feel like we're right around the corner from an announcement. But other than that, no.
Trying to get caught up.
yeah. I want to make sure that
I hate that.
An easy time.
I have so many games that are like that where I'm like, oh, I need to catch up on that, and it's just like, oh my God. No, I don't know. I think there's an importance in that. I think you have to kind of escape. You got to escape in video games. You got to escape in toys. And I think that it's one of those things where so many people that's been kind of taught out of them to play with toys, or, it's like you grow up kind of thing, and it's like, it takes us back to a time when our imaginations could really take us like escapism to a certain degree. Right. And then we kind of lose that. And, as adults, we forgot what other things are to escape into. But for me, at least I'm speaking for myself, is when I do collect and I have things, it just brings me back to that place where my imagination just can flow with them. And then if I can create that, recreate it in my own toy line, that's a huge win. Also, right? It's a full circle moment to be able to create toy, and then seeing people customize my own toys, and then I plan on doing custom parts for Astronaut too. So you're going to see later Von Burke Studios with, who knows, maybe we're going to have an Astronaut kind of like Astronaut box, like a some sort of special box or something that's along those lines. I don't know, but I want to continue to expand on. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but on my website under the lore section, there's these things called whispers. And so the Astronaut whispers are basically rumors that are told by village people, people of the village, or people that have the Astronaut names. So they just talk about things they heard. They have their own ideas what mortems are, or they're demons, or, so what's kind of fun is I take people's, I put it out there sometimes, say, hey, write me a whisper. If you have an idea for your character, just write me one. I'll publish it on the website. And that way it's like we have this content that's kind of like this fun concept of like, what if characters, or what if this happened? Then you never know. I might, in my lore in the future, I might reference that story. Like, did you hear about this campfire story about, blah, blah, blah. There might be a conversation about it. So we have these Easter eggs of things that you guys have written. And then on top of that, creating customs that are based on the whispers, but maybe not canon lore, but they are things that are based on the things you guys have spoke about in whispers. I'll take those and make like tribute characters of those whispers, the rumor set, so to speak. And I thought that would be so much fun to do and kind of immerse people even further into the lore of Astronaut.
Yeah, no, and this
man's got too much time on his hands. Just too much time on his hands. Right?
I do this, guys. I do this full time. I'm in my studio. Between my studio and my lab, I'm out 16 hours a day. So
if you're not keeping track, he's making his own figures.
Yeah.
They're going to he's going to have custom parts for his own figures. He has his own world that he's built, his own lore. He's writing music for a toy line. Who writes music for a toy line? What kind of madman has music for a toy line? Just amazing talent.
Colored vinyl. We have colored vinyl,
guy, right?
Yeah,
we got to support this guy. He's doing mad tricks on skateboards for Instagram and everything. Just
Ronald.
Madness, so.
Ronald, do you want to know something funny? So I toyed with this idea that I wanted, like the Fall of Araveth lullaby song that I have. Do you guys remember? I don't know if they do this anymore. Do you remember when they used to put like these micro vinyls in magazines? You cut them out and you could play them.
Flexi this?
Yes. So I started deep diving on finding companies that could do like one of those, so I could put them in the boxes because they're like paper thin, and that way you could get like a record player and play that song or have something like that. Then I was looking at cassette tapes and different things like that, but I actually looked at seeing if I can get those little, Ronald, what are they called again?
The flexi disc.
Yeah. I looked at see they're really expensive, but that's something I would like to do one of these days, to have something like that where you could have the flexi disc out of a box and have some sort of music.
Cool.
Wouldn't that be wild?
Awesome.
I think about that.
I mentioned on Hedgehog Stream the other day that his boxes that he's shipping these things in should have a little button with a battery that plays the music. I mean, why? If I'm putting that box on the shelf, I want to play music, so I want that to happen also.
Totally. That would be sweet.
So, John, what you're saying in a nutshell is this guy's all in on this creation. He wants to give us the best that he can give. I mean,
the best experience possible for sure.
Yeah, no, and this is the ground level. Like, just hearing how many ideas you're coming out with and doing it. Like, what I'm hearing is, after the vinyl, like, you're gonna get a demo for the Soulsborne game, characters, and then afterwards you're gonna have an A24 movie of Astronaut.
That's right. I'm gonna get a license for the Soulsborne. We'll do it. We'll do license figure stuff. But yeah, no, I always think. But at the end of the day, I have to reel myself back and say, okay, what can I do on a timeline? I have to be scheduled. I have to schedule and not have too many things creep in. But it's fun to talk about, and it's it's what's really interesting is that you can get creative and figure out ways to make these things happen. Like it's weird because whenever I put things out in the world, like in the air, someone always comes up and says, "Hey, I know someone that does that." Like I have, I'm on the West Coast and I have a bunch of friends down in like West Hollywood that do music videos and film. And so when it comes time to really want to do something, I have some contacts to do things, but it's one of those things where I don't hold back. Like, I just want to throw it out in the world and say, I wish this to happen. I wish this to happen. And then all of a sudden just saying that brings people together somehow. It's really strange. I did this thing here. I got to tell you this story real quick. It's really quick. I did this thing. This is a visualization thing. I would come to work every day and there was this one parking spot I always wanted, but it was always full. So I said, one day when I'm getting ready and have my coffee in the morning, I'm just going to visualize that car or that spot being open, or I'm just going to go into that. I'm just going to wish it to the world and see what happens. And you guys will not believe what happened. So for the years I worked at this place, that spot was never open. That morning, I roll in, right? I go into that lane, and there's a car in that spot. It's like, shit. So I started rolling. The backup lights came on. Car pulled out right in front of me and then left, and I got that spot. After years of thinking or seeing it there, one morning I wished it to the world, and it happened, dude. I know it's super confirmation bias. It was super coincidental, but it was one of those things where, that happened. I was like, I couldn't believe it. So, I just like throwing things out there, like wishing things to happen. And I think that's the thing too with the action figure line with Ashen Oath is I told myself, one of these days I want to have these figures. And then here we are years later, it's starting to happen. So
yeah, man,
it's pretty wild.
Put it out in the ether.
Yeah,
and see what happens.
There you go.
That's what you're doing, man.
Yeah, getting ashy with it.
Getting ashy.
Yeah, no, I get that punk rock ethos from you and the DIY stuff. Like,
yes.
The thing about these things is that anybody that's ever made an action figure will tell you, like, these things take 9 months to a year and a half to reach a person's hand. So
yeah, for sure.
Easy.
Absolutely. Yeah, you won't see these till at least first quarter of 2027, but that's pretty typical. I think people expect that. But yeah, you're right. It's a long process, and also it's like you don't want to rush the process. You want to make sure that the QC is good. And like I said, going back and forth with the factories, you want to make sure that when they get into, it's too late. If it gets into your hands and you have all these QC issues, it's kind of like, you got to send replacements out. And it's good just to nail it the first time because people are excited to show it and take pictures and do reviews day one. And so you don't want to, you don't have a second chance to make that first impression, right? So you really got to do your best to get, there's going to be some things, I'm sure, but you just got to try to get as dang close as possible.
Ryan, the detail on this armor that Ronald's going through is just the pauldrons, as smooth and as slim as they are. They're very, like you said, you're a fan of Berserk. The guts, the Berserker armor and everything right there. They're very smooth, very detailed. The back has bone actuations in it. All the rivets pop and everything.
Thanks.
The belt on that character right there that he's showing right there, that's got that skull, that lower eye skull thing right there. That's so crazy sick. Detail.
Yeah.
I believe you said the other day that helmet actually comes off and will go on another character, right? So I mean,
it can go on all the skeleton characters right now. So
just madness, just madness.
Thanks, man.
We gotta have it. I gotta have these figures, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I love the black and the gold. The gold just really pops, and then the green eyes just.
The palette works really well. Yeah, it's a fun one.
I want to say this guy right is my favorite. With the gold and black, but the owl. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names, but the owl character you made.
Oh yeah, Talon Watch.
The Talon Watch.
Yeah,
that one is like right up there with it. Like those guys look so freaking cool, man.
I hope Eventide gets unlocked and we get the Talon Watch because that was such a fun one to design. And my pictures don't do them justice. Now John does. Like John makes figures look even better in pictures than they actually are. But these look actually a lot better in person than they do with my measly, amateur photos. But if you like the way they look now, wait till you see what John does with them, or just wait till you see them in your hands. They're going to feel substantial. They're going to feel solid. You guys are going to really enjoy just playing with them, looking at the texture and, stuff like that.
I can't wait. Stormfire's got a good idea here. He says, we need this thing funded. Damn it. Everybody go and get at least one figure. That's it.
One figure.
Just one.
He's got 3 packs. We need 1 3-pack. He said it wrong. He misstopped. It's 1 3.
There you go.
If everybody in the world just buys one figure, we can get the thing funded.
Yeah, no problem.
I love it.
We got to get to that Cantor figure because that's the figure I want. I want the Cantor.
Oh yeah.
You guys are talking about all these other figures. That Cantor figure is awesome with all the green highlights on it and everything.
Yep. The mid stretch. That's
I want to see just how many more skeletons you could add to armor.
Here he is right here. His head broke. I was doing some pictures and I should have did a blue tack on it so it stayed on. But I kept on rocking him and his head kept on falling. So finally the jaw just shattered and I couldn't do much with it. But yeah, this one.
So all those all those rivets are like not that one, but the eyes,
Yeah.
like they're
Yeah.
the glow green. So imagine that
glow.
thing sitting on your shelf with all those rivets popping and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's fun.
Like Q and Nate Dogg, yo dog, I heard you like not Nate Dogg Exhibit. You're like, yo dog, I heard you guys like skeletons, so
You can
Heard you
never
like
have too many
boner.
skeletons, Ronald.
Mm-mm.
Right?
exactly.
Gotta
Right,
have
Ronald?
Said no
Hear
one
that?
ever.
Said
I'm
no
like,
one
hey, this is making me a skeleton person because I'll be the first one to see get a mystery box from Mystic Legions. Be like, I got a skeleton. You want to trade?
I'm like, yes, I do, because I
Take it.
love my skeleton horde, dude.
you give me a skeleton and you put bone wings on the back of it. Now we're
Yeah.
talking. Now we're
Oh,
cooking.
there you
baby.
go.
That's what I'm
There
talking
you go.
about.
Yes, there he is. There's the
Yeah,
Talon
this-
Watch.
The Talon Watch, man. This guy looks phenomenal. I
Thanks.
gotta get this guy.
It's hard to tell in this picture. Like I said, with my harsh lighting, it tends to you lose some of the contrast. But this armor is more black with light dry brushing on some of the highlights. So it has light distress, but it's more like black armor. Whereas the Eventide are more that steel, like the iron kind of look. But this guy is almost jet black, and he's got red rivets and red details, and he's sleek. I mean, he reminds me, I one of my favorite GI Joes was Snake Eyes, back in the day. Just simple, the concept was funny how it came to be for that color palette, but I just really like that whole stealthy, like, nighttime assassin kind of vibe, and the red and black just really popped on this character too. And what's different about him too?
About the mask.
Yeah,
He's got a mask under his helmet.
Yeah, so he has like a chain veil underneath. So one of these days, I'd like to kind of dive into who these characters are really, or who are the hero type characters of the Talon Watch, because Talon Watch are like the army builders for Eventide. But I've always loved like Boba Fett, right? When I first saw Empire Strikes Back and I first saw Boba Fett, because I didn't really see him when he was in the animated series, like when he made his first reveal. I only saw him when he was in Empire. But when I saw him, I was like, oh, this is such a cool concept. No, so little about it. I think that's why he became so popular, because there was no real story behind him. And so the mystery is really fascinating to me. So I wanted a character that had something that had like the similar properties, which is like the Talon Watch here. I don't want to die. I don't want to get too much into some of the future lore, but expect to see more interesting lore about the Talon Watch than what you're really seeing right now. That there's a reason why they're veiled the way they are, kind of the little secret society of assassins.
Bounty hunter. They're gonna have jetpacks and flamethrowers.
Look out, there's a little Grogu. What kind of creatures
Finally
you
gonna get that Boba Fett fire and backpack.
I'm kidding.
Or you know what? How about someone repainting this one into like a Boba Fett tribute, right? I mean, I can totally see someone doing.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be pretty
Emil's
cool.
just salivating right now as we talk.
Yeah, totally.
We'll have it done.
Yeah, you already said it's black and red. My only question is, are you gonna have a big ass sword to pair with them?
Big ass sword.
A big ass sword.
Yes.
What's like a Buster sword?
Like a Buster sword, like
Final Fantasy
Berserk sword.
Berserk sword, yeah. I love that.
It's got to be pretty cool, like thinking that you've been a customizer for a long time.
Yeah.
Knowing that like your figures are going to be customized.
Oh my god.
Like the creations people are going to make is got to be mind blowing for you, man.
That's what I look forward to the most, I think. Is for people to start doing that thing. And it's a tough one between that and seeing the photography that's going to come out of it. I think because whenever I see just like a custom head done and someone just really develops a character around it and does amazing I die. I'm like, oh my god, this is such an honor to see it in this kind of light, so to see the characters in that, customized and photographed or just photographed, I mean, it's going to be staggering. It's going to be emotional big time to see that happen. I'm excited. Very excited for that.
Yeah. So
jetpacks. green flames coming out the back.
Sean McLaughlin, I got to highlight his comment. The Talon Watch would look sick with some custom wings. Oh my gosh.
Right. Because
owl wings.
Wing and helmet.
Wings on everything. Wings on everything.
For sure, totally. Wings and
Skeleton
everything.
or skulls on those wings and those jetpacks too.
Yeah, there you go. Done.
Skulls.
Skulls
Done.
on everything and wings on everything.
For sure.
You guys, I'll be right back.
For sure.
Ryan, one thing
but
I
I
just
can,
want to mention
Go ahead.
was,
Yeah.
so I just went to Toylanta a few last month and everything, and ton of Kickstarters going on. Everybody's talking about, what they've got dropping, and they talk.
Yeah.
I know it's a convention setting, so they only have a certain amount of time to grab your attention and talk about things.
Yeah.
Hearing you talk all week about this passion project and how you're going and everything, you are selling the hell out of this thing, man, and you can tell you have so much passion about this,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons why I've been drawn to it. Like I said, I don't know you. I've never met you. We've talked a couple of times on Instagram.
For sure.
But I'm a huge fan of what you're doing here and what you got going on because of the passion you're showing on this. Like I just joked about you not having any time because you're very hands-on. You want to do things, and I get that. I understand that. I'm very hands-on about my work to a fault. If you ask my wife, she drives me
same.
crazy. So
Well,
the passion you're putting into this and everything, this thing's gonna fund. I know it is. I got a good feeling about this.
Yeah.
And that's definitely your hard work paying off here. So I don't want you to lose sight on this. I know you're probably driving
Thanks for
yourself
saying that, John.
crazy,
I am.
clicking that thing, refreshing that thing
Yes, I
constantly.
am.
I don't think you've
Yeah.
been out of that chair since like Wednesday or something. So
Feels like it.
yeah, your passion, man. If anything else, you have got one fan in me for sure.
Oh my God.
And I hope to see this thing for years and years and years. You talked about legacy the other day. Going back to the Toylanta thing, that is something that those guys don't mention. They don't mention that this is a legacy. This is this is something I thought was cool. This is something that we can make money off of.
Yeah.
This is something that I've been thinking about for years. You're thinking beyond that. You're thinking that this is a legacy, that this is the starting point. So if you're out there and you're watching this and you're thinking about backing this is the starting point of a legacy here. This is something going on that you can say you were a part of, 10 years, 15 years. When that A24 movie does hit and you're sitting in the theater watching it, you can say, hey, I was here on the ground floor for this thing.
That's
so
right. John, thanks for saying that, man. Oh my God.
Hopefully
It's
everybody
amazing.
picks up on your passion.
Thank you.
Hopefully everybody watching out there sees that this isn't a fluke, man. You're putting time and effort into this, and like I said, you got a fan in me for sure.
Thanks,
so
dude.
I just want
Oh
to
my
say
God.
that while Jesse was stepped away there. So
John, you're amazing. Thank you so much, dude. That's amazing. And third check's in the mail. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for saying that, dude. It really is a major passion project for me, my family. It's a validation point as an artist too. There's you're never fully fulfilled as an artist because your work is never done. It's just when it's ready to be released, or you have the responsibility to release your art basically. So it's never truly, the work is never truly done. But to hear the appreciation that you have and that others may have as well, that's what's my oxygen, right? I mean, I'm an affirmation guy. Like my love language is affirmation. It's like those kind of things. So hearing that and knowing that people are appreciating, the work that's being put out there, whether it's the, head sculpts or, Von Box or whatever it is, that really means a lot to me. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's been wild. It's been a wild ride putting this all together and bringing them to Legion's Con. And, I've learned a lot since then. And, but you're right. I have my fingerprint and thumb on every facet of the line that I feel, extremely confident that, here's the deal. I think at the end of the day, it's like I have the bar set so high that no matter where I place below or over that bar, I know I can sleep at night knowing that where I left off, where I ended, was so much higher than where a standard level would be, that even if I didn't reach a certain level of finishing something like releasing an art piece, wherever it's going to be, I know my effort was, I can guarantee that the effort was there because I just know how critical I get with things or how much time I put into them, that I just know that at the end of the day that the work was done. Sometimes I spend a little too much time on things and it takes a while to get released, but that's okay.
I mean, that's kind of another assurance though. Like, you know, most of these Kickstarters, you fund a Kickstarter and you don't hear anything back from them for could be months or whatever.
Yeah.
You were mentioning the other day that's not who you are. You know, you
No.
do the Von box every month and it's
Yep.
there every month. You know, I get that email every month saying, hey, this thing is
Yeah.
shipping. So I mean, not on top of everything else, you know, you're on top of things. So
Thanks.
that's another reassurance that people might be on the fence about funding the Kickstarter. You know, this isn't just going to go away like this.
Right.
You're going to get updates. You're going to get more stuff. You know, there's too many ideas in your head or in your notebook out there for this to just vanish for, you know, a couple months and then, oh yeah, oh by the way, I funded that, you know, and now here we are
Yeah.
a year later. I got an
No.
email saying that, hey, we're so.
No,
Yeah,
there's so much
people that are on the fence. Yeah.
That's a good point, and thank you for saying that. And that's one thing. That's why I partnered with Four Horsemen Studios for production, because I needed, you know, as a new toy maker coming in, I needed to have street cred when I came into the Kickstarter, program, because I didn't want people to think, oh, is he just gonna collect money and then bounce and not, you know, have an update for months? There's no way I'm going to do that. There's so much new content out there when it comes from a production side that I want to show you guys. I'm such a nerd about production, and I'll tell you this, and I rarely say this at all, but this is how nerdy I am. If you ever watch like on YouTube and they do behind the scenes of manufacturing in China, you're going to see one thing they use all the time. What they use is this blue bucket. There's always this blue tray or this blue bucket they use to kind of have all these parts in. I want one of those so bad just to have in my office, is like to put candles on or that's how nerdy I am. I want one of those trays so bad that when we go into production, I'm going to make sure they send me one just so I have on my desk to put things on, right? That's how connected I am with that kind of process, that when those things start to roll in and production photos come through and videos come through, I want to make sure you guys are getting all those updates on what's going on. I have so much stuff going on in my head that I have plenty of content to deliver you guys in updates for the next year plus, no problem, on top of what the factory's going to give me. You know, I'm going to have so much fun just showing you guys how things are moving, what the box layout's going to be like, all the different things, because I want to share those kind of things with you guys, you know. So I'm super stoked. So yeah, I'm not going to be quiet about it.
Do you have an idea for like your packaging?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
You went there. Are we talking collector friendly, or are we talking like just rip into it?
You know, a little bit of both.
Forget it's gonna have music. It's gonna play music.
So play music. Light up.
It's gonna be 3D. Yeah, it's gonna be 3D.
You're gonna open it and it's gonna go,
yeah, skulls on all over the box.
Yeah, totally. No, so you guys might have
wings.
seen this at Legion's Con, but this was the prototype like front box art, right? So you're gonna see
I remember
the window front. You'll see a window top and like a window side. That way we can get light that comes in when it's on the shelf to really display the figure. But my idea is I really want like a satin kind of matte finish on the artwork, but wherever you see like the gold, I want it to be gloss, like a gloss, like raised texture. So you have glossy areas, the logo, you know, be glossy, but having that contrast of like flat matte black with the like the shiny kind of gold look. So something like this, I would say, where you have a little bit of bio either on the side or the back. But yeah, just a really nice compact, not a real big box. I'm really going to try to have it nice and small. It doesn't have to be super big, right? So for two reasons. One, I just think it's nice when it's more compact, but two, when they shipped me the containers from China, it'd be nice to get more boxes in the containers. Just trying to be efficient. You know, I'm trying to save as much money as I can.
Right.
So that's the concept, kind of a high level, like, you know, 1,000 feet above the ground, you know, look at what the packaging would be, but it's going to be more of a standard box.
You know what I'm a fan of is like Mythic Legions and their figure obscura is when they went above and beyond with the magnetic
oh my god, those
overlay
are great.
that kind of sets the scene. You know, you could put up like a little something in the back behind your figure. Like I think that's really cool. Good idea.
It is cool for sure. And it's not outrageously expensive. You know, the packaging is pretty minimal. So looking at those different ideas, I would love to take a look. That's a good reminder. Thank you. Because I do love that, like that trifold where it just clips together, you know, it just snaps together onto the box. It's pretty cool.
Put it in.
Yeah, no, to me, nothing says premium more than magnets.
Magnets.
There you go. Maggots or magnets?
Magnets. Magnets.
both.
Magnets.
Both.
Well,
We'll
I
go
give you
both.
maggots too.
I'm already like skulls, wings, maggots. They all seem to
Let's
go
go.
together.
Let's go.
I'm gonna speak for Ronald too. He's a big fan of hot sauce.
Mm.
Let's get your hot sauce brand too. Ashen Oath, Mortem Realm.
Ooh, there
You
you
know,
go.
all different. You know,
Yeah.
like Legions did the last con. Like that, I thought that was a really cool idea.
I have a
Use
friend
hot
who
sauce.
I have a friend here in the Portland area who does a really awesome hot sauce line, and so I've
Mm.
actually thought about picking his brain about doing. His name's it's Hob sauce, HAB sauce, and it's doing really well. But he's got his brother's a graffiti artist, so all the labels are like really cool, like graffiti
Oh, cool.
characters, like the character art, not the just letter style, but
Mhm.
it's amazing. That would be super fun to have.
Oh, dude,
Possibilities
Jesse's
are
gonna
endless.
Jesse's gonna have people going through this Kickstarter looking for hot sauce, for lotion, all this stuff
Lotion.
that doesn't exist.
hot sauce A1,
Dragons.
A24,
Be on the
video
lookout.
game.
Hey, one thing you guys have not touched on when it comes to all those different types of things is a beer, which brings me to my next point. Is I actually one of the once the Kickstarter funds, there might be a little bit of a collaboration with the local brewery that we might be doing canning a Ashen Oath IPA. So something we've been talking about, and he approached me, and we're talking about can design and different things like that. And so you might be seeing
With
something.
skulls. Cans are gonna have skulls in them. So.
Brother, when this thing backs and I want to crack one of those beers open with you, man.
I'll bring some
I
Allegiance
would
down.
love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love an IPA too, so let's
Yeah.
go.
Have you guys heard of Boneyard beer? I don't know if you guys know Boneyard beer. But anyways,
Mm.
Boneyard had several years ago, they had the #1 IPA in America, and I did the label for the RPM IPA for that beer itself. And so, yeah, I'm definitely influenced by the beers.
Right on.
Rick wants to know, if you drink the beer, do you hear whispers and songs? So is that part of it also? Like,
You'll probably hear whispers and songs if you drink too much of it. But
all right, Ronald. Good job scrolling back up. I mean,
nice work.
we're not going to go. You've been on all these streams. You've talked about this, so much.
Yeah.
We're not going to go over every single character, unlock all that stuff.
Yeah.
We just want everybody out there in this YouTube world, like, look at what we're looking at here. Like,
Totally.
this is just so badass. We need these figures in our collection, right, John? Like,
buy a 3-pack tonight. If you have not
3-pack.
funded this thing yet,
Go
at
all
least
in.
get a 3-pack. At least
Totally.
go all in. I mean, look,
I
you
went.
can't take it with you. You can't take it with you, right? You cannot take it with you. So
That's right.
So,
all in,
Yes.
all in.
At least check it out. At least hit the page and check it out, and
Yeah,
pass
man.
on. Pass it over to someone else and have them take a look at it and see if they're into it.
Like, I'm
Exactly.
already excited for these figures. Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to get them. But like, after talking to you tonight, it just kind of opened my eyes to like what's in store in the future. Like, what do you like? Because you're always going to be tweaking, you're modifying this to creating that new character, like, there's so much going on, you guys. This is just the beginning. We're just scratching the surface here. And Brian wants to give us the best product that he can make,
Totally.
and the most badass product. And I'm all here for it. I mean,
Yeah.
sign me up. I'm here. Let's go. So,
And I'm also open for feedback too, like on future ideas or different, paths and directions. So if you guys have ideas for things too, I mean, I'm not above, listening. What do you
It's a
got?
slippery slope.
Just what do you
I've
got?
got so many, dude.
What do you
Okay.
got?
The one thing I know, this is a lot, but maybe in the future, right? In the
Yeah.
future, I'm a huge advocate of like the old school figures of how they pack figures with diorama pieces or whatever.
Yeah.
I think companies have gotten away from that.
Actually,
And
McFarlane, some of the old McFarlane stuff.
dude,
Yeah.
I have this one right here. I mean, just like a little, something in the background. But like, I would love for you specifically to think about like maybe a diorama, build a figure, like build a dio piece,
Build a
like
dio piece.
a pillar here, a wall there, and then like you
That's
buy
a
the
great
whole
idea.
series, and you could build the diorama, and then boom, there you go.
That's pretty fun. That's a great
He
idea.
doesn't need
That
a
is good-
dragon. He needs a 1/12 scale temple. Like,
Castle
that
temple.
can be
Yeah,
his
temple. There you go.
dragon.
I mean,
There you go.
Yeah.
something just small, maybe a little archway or something.
No,
but like,
we want
would you buy
big.
the
We
whole?
want big.
Okay, all right.
That castle. How many figures are in that set? That's
I understand cost, manufacturing, like all this, like it's a lot. But maybe in the future, like I think that would be something cool to navigate and
That would be
check
cool.
out.
like a deluxe, like a super deluxe like character or something that comes with those pieces.
Yeah, I mean, like here on the West Coast,
With
we
magnets,
don't have a lot
with magnets, Ronald.
with
We'll have
magnets.
magnets on the dials.
Magnets.
In the West Coast, we don't have a lot of like East Coast toy shows, and
Yeah.
like we're missing out a lot. So like all those guys over there, they have access to diorama pieces and
Yeah, I know.
just that community. Over here it's not like that. We
Mhm.
got to pay for shipping and all that stuff. I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
I would love to have more conventions here that I could just go and pick up a diorama piece, but it just doesn't happen over here.
Yeah.
But if toy manufacturers like you could do something like that, that would help me out a lot. I'm sure
Yeah.
that other people would enjoy it too.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
yeah.
For sure.
And then the maybe the slipcase or the opening of just a cardboard piece that you could put
Mhm.
behind. I really like that aspect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I could go
Okay.
forever. Beasts, women, like
Yeah.
Stormfire was saying, was female, which you have in mind. I just can't wait. My mind
Yeah.
is just flowing.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, totally. No, a lot of stuff.
Possibilities.
A lot of stuff planned.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
got a notebook of ruffled
Dude.
papers just slaying
Yeah.
at you.
All the skulls and wings that you can come up with. I mean, all of it.
Totally. I'm on it.
But let's get through this first. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for Series 1. Is that what you're calling it? Series 1?
Wave 1, yeah. So the
Wave
Mortem,
1.
Mortem song is the first wave
Mortem
of
song.
these characters, yeah.
Another thing too is metal. I see these figures and I think metal
Yeah.
music.
Yep.
I
Mhm.
want a metal song for.
I know
for
that's
these
what I'm
figures.
working on next. So I was trying
Oh
to
yes,
squeeze.
let's
So
go.
when I showcased the Stygian Cantor character, I wanted to showcase him with a new song. It would have been like some sort of like a metal song, but I couldn't get the right artist. I couldn't find someone that had the right style that I wanted. So I didn't just want to pay to have it done to not be what I really wanted, because it'd be something that would be a permanent soundtrack item. And so I had to
Okay.
wait on it. But that's the next
All right.
next one that I want to have.
I like it.
That would be fun.
Brick's talking about the Mythic Meetup, West Coast Mythic Meetup in this weekend. You will be there, right?
I want to
planning
be.
on it.
I want
Okay.
to be there.
Okay.
I would like. I was telling Brick the other day. I said, if we hit our big stretch
That's
goal,
what it
Eventide
was.
gets unlocked, I will I start shopping for tickets just
Let's
the other day.
go.
I was like, let's go. I'm gonna fly down there. I'm gonna get like a next day pass.
Obi-Wan's
I'll
talking.
go
Can you hire
anywhere just to get out
Metallica?
of that chair this week.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you just want to get out. Like you've been.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
out of
totally.
that chair. I
Yeah.
just don't want to be in that chair no more.
Yeah, I would hire Metallica if we can go back several, 30, 40 years.
Let's
I
actually.
mean, if we can go back to the 80s, if we can go to the mid 80s, Metallica.
Justice
make
for all.
Kill-
Metallica. Yeah,
and
let's do
Justice
that.
for All would be great, but let's
Ooh.
go, Kill 'Em All, or let's go Ride the
Ooh.
Lightning,
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
or get some Iron Maiden, some
I'm
old classic
hearing
Iron Maiden
Slayer
would be nice.
a better choice. That's all.
Slayer. Oh damn.
Slayer would be
Rain
good.
in Blood. That's a great
That's a great
question. I
song.
mean, you kind of
Great
answered
song.
it, Iron Maiden. But if there was a band that can represent this brand, what band would that be?
Oh my gosh, that's a tough one. It's I don't know. I listen to so much. So
We'll
many
let you
different types of
marinate
music.
on that one.
I know. Yeah,
There's
that's a
some
hard
good
one.
ones.
Yeah, there's some really great ones out there. Yeah.
I think Brick is just summarizing it. Let's go. I need Ashen Oath and the Eventide figures, and Brian at the West Coast Mythic Meetup.
May 2nd.
May 2nd. So
2 days
back
later.
it because he needs to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
All
That'd be
right,
sweet.
Brian. I think we've talked enough about your Kickstarter.
I appreciate it, you guys. This is
this-
awesome.
I can't wait. There it is.
There you go. Look at that. John, you're
Yeah,
amazing,
man.
dude. I love you, dude. So good.
Yeah, I can't wait to get it. Everybody just buy one figure. Everybody
Just
in the
one.
world just buy one figure. That's all we
Yes,
need.
you keep
Or
saying
three
it. One
pack.
3-pack.
One three
One
pack.
three.
And then
One
I need
SKU.
these figures, Jesse. You got to start
Dude,
selling it.
I think I need them more than you do. So let's go. Yeah, 2 3-packs. Just buy 2 3-packs, everybody, and we'll be all good.
Nice. Yes.
But anyways, Ronald, what do you say? Do you want to jump into our segments?
Let's do it.
Yes, we have time. Everybody,
Yeah.
Does anybody need a coffee break or a
I'm down.
bathroom break?
I'm good to go.
I'm ready.
Good. All right, because we're gonna be here a little longer.
Archive Figure of the Week!
Yeah, you're right, Ronald. We did spend some time talking Kickstarter. This is a special episode. We got Brian on here with his Ashen Oath. Everybody go back it right
Most of the
now.
time. Yes.
Right now. But yes, if we could speed through these segments, we want to respect your time and John's time as well.
For sure.
Let's just talk some figures.
Let's do it.
Down to the
I love it.
nitty-gritty.
John is here. Don't use John as excuse. John wanted to.
Oh, you're
be
here.
to talk to Brian, so don't,
all right.
Don't blame me. Here, so.
Yeah.
Well, John, since you're here, why don't you take it away? You want to show us your archive figure of the week?
So I'm going to cheat like I did last time. Last time I didn't.
All right.
I don't do a lot of old school figures and everything. Most of my stuff's current, but I'm going to go back to an old school Von Burke thing because it kind of means something to me. It's going to sound weird, but so he did these cat mask things.
Oh yeah.
One time for release. I am a cat dad. I own 3 minions myself. I have 2 of these. Now first of all, my camera sucks, so don't put that against Brian. And don't do the paint job against Brian because I did the paint. Like I said, I suck at painting. But the sculpt, the cat helmet and everything, just comes off. It's just a helmet like he normally does and everything.
Yeah.
But so this is my throwback figure, this little cat helmet that he did and everything.
Very cool.
Like I said, I've got 2 of them. I wish I had more.
I love that character.
Yeah. And you can't see it on my camera, but the helmet is actually metal and it has indentions almost like blacksmith marks.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you know the story? Do you know the story? The story behind that character, that helmet is? Do you remember?
I used to. I think it was going back to your cat, right?
No.
Isn't that why you created it? Oh.
You'll appreciate it, but it was there was a blacksmith in this town who had this beloved cat. He loved this cat, right? Like it was his life. And then one day the cat was missing, and so that you couldn't figure out what happened to it. Well, this local, not local, but this kind of war leader came through town and ended up just caging the cat, right? Just caged it for no reason. Well, they found a kid came in to the smith and said, "I found your cat." And he goes, "It's in the castle." And he's like, "What?" So he went there and he found his cat, and the cat had died in this iron cage, and he was so destroyed about it. So what he did was he dragged that cage back and he made that helmet with the iron from the cage that his cat was kept in. And he came and slaughtered the entire castle of people. Like he slaughtered everyone. And so he got afflicted by that, and he got cursed by that process of that. And so it slowly started deteriorating. He became a skeleton himself, but he always wears that iron mask. But yeah, I love the story behind his Whisper.
I did not realize there was that much story behind it. Geez.
Yeah. That's the cage. The helmet is the cage that the cat was died in.
Oh God. But yeah, the detail on this, like I said, the blacksmith marks actually show up on this. I know you can't see it on my camera.
That's cool.
I can see it,
but again, going back to the Kickstarter, this is the details that you're going to get with the Kickstarter stuff.
Thanks
and
for
if you're
showing
a
that,
photographer, making this figure look good is very easy because of all the detail that's on this thing and everything. So this is my throwback character, so to speak. It's actually this little helmet right here.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just like a lot of Brian's stuff that I have over here next to me, this is cool to me. So it makes my collection pop. So,
dude, thanks for showing that. That's awesome. That means a lot to me. That's so rad.
Twizzler jumped in and he said, "Hey everyone, gladly back the Ashen Oath Kickstarter. Thank you, Twizzler.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by too. Appreciate it. Yeah. John, real quick, I just want to see that full character. I want to see the whole thing in screen here.
So
it's
cool, I forget the character's name. I actually have 2 of them, and like every collector, I've got a lore behind them where they're kind of like assassins and everything.
I
Okay.
love the claws, like
So
the
this
cat
is
claws.
actually just
Yeah.
yeah. So that's like a Mezco claw thing that I got. I don't know what the character was that it came with. It might have been a Wolverine Mezco
I
or
think it's the
something
golden
like that.
skull. The
Obviously.
golden skulls, maybe.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, and
That's
the other
awesome.
one is painted kind of black, so one's gold and one's black and everything. So, but yeah,
That's
this is
so cool, dude.
again, this is something that you're going to get. You're going to get cool customizing stuff, like this helmet. So this is another one, the helmet
Yes.
thing that comes off. You put the helmet on and off. That's the detail stuff that you're going to get from Brian
Yeah.
and everything.
And if
so
and if you guys want to
why I'm a
see,
fan.
thank you. And if you guys want to see how cool Ashnode characters could look, you got to go look at John's Instagram, dude. Look at his. Oh my,
man.
it gives me chills just
100%.
thinking what these are going to look like in your hands, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's going to be amazing.
I need these figures. You got to
Yes.
John, that's a
That's
dope archive figure.
Yeah.
Mask. Cool story too. Like that's
Yeah, wow.
brutal. It reminded me
I didn't
of,
realize it had lore to it like that. I thought it was like something personal. I didn't know we were
that's
going out
wild.
slaughtering people with it. So
Yeah. Now he's called the Bonesmith. His new name is the village calls him the Bonesmith, right? He's a friendly guy. Like the village people know him. He's just a skeleton now. He just like rotted away. But what's crazy, he now is the armorer for mercenaries that go after bad like the bad guys. So he makes the armor and the weapons for people that are going after the bad guys. It kind of sounds a little familiar.
Harming
Like
cats.
I wonder who makes the Eventide armor. I wonder who makes their armor.
Ooh.
Is it the Bonesmith? I don't know.
almost like this
Oh,
guy's been
foreshadowing?
cooking this for years, guys.
Yeah.
You might have been thinking about this for a while. That might be a character one of these days. Anyways,
All right.
awesome. Thanks, John, for showing that.
No, that's super cool. Ronald, what you got for your archive figure of the week? You're muted, buddy.
You're mute.
Not bad. I also have a kitty, but I don't think it has that bad of a backstory to it. Hopefully not.
Pretty metal.
Hopefully not. This is
Oh yeah.
little from the Furious 4.
Mm-hmm.
The
great
fifth
figure.
head, the exclusive head. They gave it a little kitty cat head. So of
Yeah,
course
they
I had to
did.
put it on there with
So good.
the tail. And of course, I've always been a fan of red. Anything red. And plus, I love these
Red and black.
packs that they have extra head and you can just make completely different characters.
Yeah, that was a great pack. I love that one.
Hell, did they have a bullhead on there? I kind of forget. I kind of put the
it
other
did.
heads.
There's a bullhead
other than
too.
those two. And who's with it as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely
good.
not my thing, but the cat's been the head that it's been rocking since I opened that pack.
That's so good.
Always love these the red on these.
Yeah, red and black.
Dude, now they got the figure obscura Anubis and Basset with the cat feet. Oh man,
Mhm.
those would look so good.
I
Like some red
know.
cat feet on that thing.
For sure.
I do have those, but
Yeah. There you go.
might be worth customizing, pop and swap.
Yeah. Little color match.
Yeah, that's a cool set, man. I actually sold mine a while back. I kind of regret that, but yeah, I need those back in my life for sure.
Totally.
You need a big ass sword for it, Ronald. Where's the big ass sword? Oh,
Yeah, where's
yes,
the sword?
He has a sword, but spear for now.
mm-hmm.
Spear for now. Like I swear, if I find a
BAS.
pack of just giant swords, I'm just gonna buy it because every figure
There
needs a
you go.
giant sword,
Yes,
and not every figure comes with one.
Nice.
this is true. All right, guys, I got a little theme for mine tonight. Let's see if you guys can get it. I don't know. We kind of went down the dark trails of dark
Yes.
fantasy and evil and all that. So I kind of wanted to stay with that. Okay, I just totally gave you away my theme. I got the 2000, 1999 Dr. Evil Mini Me.
Oh my
His
God.
mini symbol.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Oh.
That wasn't
Kevin
McFarlane, was
Spacey,
it?
Danny DeVito set. I
Yeah.
got you.
Is that McFarlane?
Yeah, McFarlane. Yeah,
So good. Look at that thing.
I know, right? It's so silly. It's so silly, right?
So good though.
Mini me. I can't even do it.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, stupid, fun. This is what toys are all about, man. It's fun,
Yeah, exactly.
it's silly.
Mhm.
Put it on your shelf, take some pictures, all that stuff. But yeah, that's my archive figure of the week. Is these two goofballs. I watched Austin Powers a couple years ago or whatever. Man, it is so silly. It is it's
doesn't
kind of
hold up.
hard.
Oh no, fingers
We
crossed
were
for a fourth one.
That's too
we were
bad.
goofier back then for sure.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
We were
I
goofier.
think it's like an age thing too, like
Mhm.
I've grown up, you know.
Yeah.
Back in those days, I was like, "Oh, this is so funny," but
It's the truth. It's the truth. That's funny.
but anyways, that's my archive figure. Brian, what's your archive figure of the week?
Yeah, this one will make a lot of sense. It's definitely one of my favorites. Always has been one of my favorites, but it'll make a lot of sense when you see it because it'll be somewhat related to what I'm offering on Kickstarter. So this is Hagna. And so
Yeah.
clear plastic, right? I'm a big fan of like kind of mystical or spooky plastics. So the that clear look of Hagnon has always been really cool. So it's a good reference piece too to see the translucence of what can happen. So yeah, this guy's great. He was underrated for such a long time, and then kind of got that resurgence, with the new colors and everything. And but yeah, he's great. He's a fun one.
Yeah, I picked up
That
the
is
blue
actually
Hagnon.
what is on that head that has
Oh,
the cat on there. That's actually what
no
that head is.
way.
I just painted the eyes on it. So
Oh, that's crazy. Look at that. How funny. Yeah.
I
Jesse,
never-
you got the blue one?
Yeah, I picked up a blue one, and the blue one actually, I was taking pictures of it and it had light on it, and I turned the lights off and it glowed. I was
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
I didn't know this thing glue. I don't know what the
Mhm.
proper term is. Does that Hagnon glow?
I'm not sure.
it does. You can charge it. It'll glow.
Does it?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever really tried. Yeah, I'll check it. That's awesome.
That's cool. Especially with those pop and swaps like you did, John. Like those Hagnons are so great for pop and
Mhm.
swap stuff. Oh man. We had a comment come in here. Cade M. Harrison says, "Come on, man, that cat story alone is the reason enough to go all in on Ash and Oath, dude."
Right.
Back to Burke. I 100% agree with that.
That's a twisted
It's
story,
that
but
much
it's a fun one to
lore
tell.
for a helmet. Imagine
Yeah.
what he's doing for this
Yeah.
helmet. So
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Have you guys ever seen that documentary on Netflix called "Don't F with Cats"?
No.
my wife watched it. She told me not to watch it. So
It's
'cause
wild.
I'm a cat guy,
It is
so she said don't watch it.
wild. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
But it just made me think of that.
No.
If you want a wild documentary, go check it out. But
Okay.
yeah. Put some respect on that. Get him, Rick says.
Nice.
All right, guys, we did our archive figures of the week. Ronald, what do you say? You want to get into our recent pickups?
Sure do.
Let's go.
Recent pickups.
If you're not awake, you are awake now.
That's
Brought
right.
to you by Diggs Figs. Thank you so much. This is our recent pickup segment. We had John go first last time. Am I correct?
That was great.
We'll have him go again. Yes. What is
So
your
I
recent
will-
pickup?
My recent pickup is the Infinite Legion, the
Oh,
little Glyos things. So
all
my
right.
wife is actually a big fan of Glyos. I'm not really a big fan of Glyos. And, I think last time I was on here, we talked about how I love Mythic Legions, but I'm actually not a big Cosmic Legion fan. But
Mhm.
these
Yes.
things are actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
glad I bought these for her because I totally stole them. I've been taking pictures with them and everything. Got both of them here actually. So these are like really cool pickups, and they fit into the Cosmic very well. I like the direction that Four Horsemen is doing, where they're kind of branching out and expanding some stuff and partnering up with the Glyos things.
Mhm.
Actually, the Glyos figures that she has will actually pair with these things. They'll actually pop and swap into these.
Mhm.
So these are actually a lot cooler than I thought they were going to be. Because again, I'm not a Glyos guy and I'm not a Cosmic guy. But I'm kind of glad I stole these from her because, like I said, I've been doing some photos with them. And the first thing I thought of was like, okay, well, that's Mega Man. That's not cool. It's
Yeah,
just Mega Man. and
totally. It
everything,
looks like
but
Mega Man. Yeah.
they're actually very cool. So
Yeah.
I'll eat my words on this. So yeah, they're very cool, very awesome, and everything. And this one came with a bone skull on it, and I used it for another figure and did a photo of it recently. It matched very well, looks very creepy and everything. So these things are a lot of fun. I don't know when. I know these were the pre-orders. I don't know when they're going to go up on Store Horseman again. I'm sure they will though. But yeah, if you don't have these, if you're on the fence about them, I mean they're awesome. They're very cool. Like I said, they fit Cosmic. Uh, it's kind of weird that I'm not a Cosmic guy because I'm actually more of a sci-fi cyberpunk guy than anything else in Sword and Sandals. But it's just hard to find a good sci-fi toy line. These kind of fit perfectly into that sci-fi toy line. Like I
Yeah.
said, Mega Man and everything. So
Totally.
they're very cool, very cool. So these are my recent pickups right here. These two,
Nice.
they're my wife's recent pickups, but I still
There you go.
What's yours is mine, right?
That's right.
exactly. We're married. We're married.
Yep. No, I you know what? I didn't pick I wish I could buy everything in the world, but
Yeah.
I can't. So I did pass on those ones. They look super cool. I've been seeing a lot of positive feedback, and that's another thing about Four Horsemen is like, there's some sleepers. Every
Yeah.
once in a while there's some sleepers in the series, but once you open them and get them in your hands, and you're like, why is this a sleeper? Like what? Like this thing is so freaking cool. And I knew it was going to be like that with the Goliath. So I kind of regret not getting it. Eventually I will one day. But John, you need to do yourself a favor and pick up some Cosmics because, man,
I
they're
have
great.
this little section right here. They're mostly are aliens because my wife is she's a big alien / Egyptian conspiracy nut, so to speak.
Yep.
Nice.
So I had to buy some for her and everything. So, but yeah, I haven't dived into, like you said, there's only so much money to go around. Everybody's got a Kickstarter now, so there's only so much
I know.
money to go around these days, right?
Right.
But yeah, there are some Cosmics that I need to look into better, definitely. So
yeah, I went in on Cosmics, man. I love those things. They're good stuff. Good pickup. Nonetheless, the Goliath stuff looks really cool. Ronald, where you at? What's your recent pickup of the week?
Actually got this a few weeks ago from you and your magical Reno targets. Yeah. And I'm finally
old mine target.
Open it.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
There it is.
And
The
this
Blanca.
is Ultimate Warrior as Blanca. And of course, since it's not a Seth Rollins.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna rip into it.
Rip into it.
Ah, there we go. Ooh, look at that. Comes with little effects that I was not able to see on the top.
Oh, what?
Electric hand effects.
Oh, yeah. It's got to have electricity, right?
You have to.
Sure.
It has to.
Yeah.
Which one was that again?
It's Ultimate Warrior as Blanca from the
nice.
WWE Street Fighter crossover. Target exclusive figures.
I don't think I knew about these.
The Walmart. Brian.
Walmart or Target?
Yeah, Walmart. I've seen them all over at Walmart.
I haven't seen them yet.
Brian, do you do wrestling figures? Do you get down on that?
I haven't collected any of those. I love the articulation and the detail they do on those, like the scans they're doing for like faces. They look so close to the characters. It's insane. But no, I don't have any of those.
What about you, John?
I do not collect wrestling figures, but this wall behind me that has Mythic Legion, if you look to my right, there's probably double that in wrestling figures because my wife loves wrestling figures. She loves half naked plastic men. So I have a huge collection of wrestling figures that she does. And Ultimate Warrior is one of her favorites. That's why don't let her see that. I'm going to be owning a figure here shortly.
Nice.
But Ultimate Warrior is one of her favorite figures and everything. So technically, I guess I do own a lot of wrestling figures, but she don't let me touch them. So those are half naked men, so I don't get to touch them.
Let's see it, Ronald. You got it ripped out? There it is.
Yeah. You know, it's hard to complain when you get an ultimate or an elite. You know what you're getting. You know
So this is a Walmart exclusive?
I don't know if it's exclusive, but I've been finding them at Walmart. So.
I have not seen any at Target. And I'm more of a Target guy.
I haven't seen them at Walmart either. I've never seen these. Those are cool. And it's like a mashup, like a little collab kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's really cool. That's a good idea.
Like, yeah, we're getting no Street Fighter figures, and now we have everybody, and you know, and the
Got all the
wrestling
Street
companies.
Fighter.
Yeah, all the Street Fighter.
That's cool. That's
Now we
really
get
cool.
all the wrestlers.
Nice.
Well, cool, Ronald. Have fun with it. Hey, he looks good. He looks good.
Looks like
Very
Blanca.
toyetic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Right on, Ronald. Nice pickup. Nice pickup. I'm going to take it away. What did I get? Oh, I got a couple of things. So I was kind of going on this like evil, dark. I don't know if he fits, but I got the McFarlane Joker.
Oh yeah, nice.
He's pretty evil. He wants to get
Clown
nuts,
Prince of Evil, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. You know what's up. He actually came with a lot of accessories, different
colors.
hairpiece. Yeah,
Awesome.
he pops.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I wanted to get him because I have the Batman and stuff like that. But it is what it is. I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
But what I really like, what I got this week, was the Namu series, Smart Series Spinosaurus.
Wow, look at that neck.
Oh, dude, this thing is super cool. Just like the inside.
So do you have the Hammond one that came out? Do you have the old school Hammond one that came out?
Yeah.
Is that one better than the Hammond one?
So, why I got to pick my favorite child right now? Like,
I was just wondering if it was better, because I mean.
So, yes, let's just say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
that thing's cool looking.
Like the paint, like look at the paint on this thing. The sculpt is just absolutely beautiful. Poses beautifully. Even the toes are articulated.
Oh wow!
Right?
Dang.
I mean,
holy cow.
It's beautiful. The only thing I don't like about it is the scale. Like it, obviously, you want to pack this much detail and articulation into something. You kind of want to keep it smaller for price points and whatnot. But if they went if this matched the size of the Hammond collection, because the Hammond collection one's
it's huge. Yeah.
I wouldn't say double, but close to double the size of this. If it was that scale, I would be like, yeah, this all day. But I love Hammond collection. I just love it.
I had the Hammond collection, and I gave it to somebody because they were a better photographer than me, and I was like, look, you're gonna do wonders with this. I stuck at Dinosaur Photos. So
those
are wild. That better, man. Keep taking pictures. Small. Yeah, this is smaller.
Yeah, but then you got to go. See, you got to go outside for dinosaur pictures, and it's hot outside.
Yes, go touch some grass.
You can't control the light outside, so.
Oh man, I love going outside and taking pictures. I can't wait to go outside and take a picture with this guy. He's just super cool. They even added some dino damage right here.
Oh yeah.
Which I mean, I don't know, man. This thing is just really cool. I really love these Namu Smart Series dinosaurs. So, does he fit my theme though? Is he evil? I mean, he was the bad guy. So.
That's what he does.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Like if that's chasing you, that's pretty evil. So
that's pretty evil.
Yeah.
If he eats one of your cats, it's pretty evil.
Ooh, man. He's gonna need one of those cat helmets. Can you get on that? Cat helmet for him. All right, that's my recent pickups. Brian, you were up next.
Yeah, John kind of stole mine. So mine was the Infinite Legions, because I do have a little small collection of the Glyos back here. So I had to pick up the set that John was showing too. So I have this, but also have a backup as well. But no, I haven't opened these yet, but I'm excited. But there's that skull he was talking about, that bone, that bone head or whatever. But I'm excited to open these. They look really stout. But then I have, these, of course, that came through a little while ago.
Yes.
They're more of my recent, pickups. I haven't opened yet. I haven't had time to open really anything recently. So they're just kind of sitting around waiting until things settle down around here a little bit, which won't be anytime super soon. But that's my those are my recent pickups.
I want to say rip into it, but sometimes especially those Mythic Legions, it's kind of an experience. Like you want to sit there, you want to get it all put together.
Totally. And
Those
it just
are
gets
great figures.
it gets messy in here. I'm trying to keep things in boxes so as much as I can because it's just trash. Everything in here in the lab out there is just it's
The
just
lab.
wild. It's terrible. Yeah.
Well,
So
Ronald
Did you
just
get
he
the
just
bear?
ripped into it.
I did not
Did
get
you
the
get the
bear.
bear also? You
No,
didn't
but
get
it,
the bear.
gosh, it looks so
What?
great though. Like
Oh,
all the
Yeah.
stuff I've been seeing, bear looks amazing.
That release was a very good release. I don't think there was a bad figure in that whole release.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's
Yeah.
the same one that's got the new scapulary in it too. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah. It's a
dude,
great
that
series.
scapular on top of Umbra the horse is like
yeah.
Mhm.
a work of art. You're just like, whoa, this
Yeah.
is insane. No, cool pickups though, nonetheless. Like,
Yeah, it's
super
fun.
cool. We had a quick question. I don't know if it's a quick question, but maybe in a nutshell from Stormfire Blizzard. He says, if a person was wanting their own Heb sculpt, what might that cost?
Yeah, it kind of depends. Really, it's more like time. How much time do you have to do it for one? Two, is it a personal piece? Or is it a commercial piece? Is it going to be reprinted? Do you want the STL file, like the digital file? Is it a likeness sculpt? Like, is it going to be like of your face, or is it something that's more familiar to someone? So, a lot of times you'd reach out to someone who specializes in something. Like, for me, it's like would be like monster creatures or like skulls or something. I can be a little bit quicker at sculpting something like that than it would be for me to do likeness, like a likeness sculpt, because some people have scanners and they could do head scans, so they can get a sculpt done a lot quicker than someone who, like myself, would just do it more traditionally. But it could, like I said, the range is so wild. Do you have like base models that you can sculpt onto to make it more custom, or do you have to start from scratch? So that's a really tough question to answer.
I'm
Yeah.
sure, like, well, vaguely, right? But like, I'm sure, like, is it a female with hair? I'm sure the hair is a lot of detail, headdresses, creatures. I'm sure it all ranges and scale of price and all that stuff.
Totally. Yeah.
But yeah, let's just say just like a classic human face, like a
Classic
man,
human face.
man, like John. If you were to sculpt John's face, let's just say,
Yeah.
like, what would be
Oh, I don't
maybe
know.
ballpark?
I'm the wrong person to ask, because I don't usually
Okay.
I don't do commissions, as far as sculpts like that go. I'll do paint commissions or custom characters, but as far as the sculpting goes, I don't typically do that. But
In other words, Brian saw these eyebrows and this beard and was like, "I'm not touching that."
Too much hair. I would definitely buy that head sculpt, though. Let's just say that.
There you
go. Sean says the bear with
Oh, yeah.
Attilas is awesome. Nothing out there like it. I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Cool.
know. Like,
Totally.
did you want rooted eyebrows or rooted beard? Or
Rooted?
Rooted.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That
Do
was
it.
a whole
Like,
nother
then you're
price
talking
level.
about oof. Yeah, no, but yeah, with stuff like that, you always have to keep in mind that how much hours plus the expertise on the person
Right.
that you're commissioning to do that.
It's true.
Remember a few years ago, I don't know if they're still doing it, but Hasbro was doing those little head
Selfie
sculpts you could add
series.
the selfie series. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would get them back and be like, kind of.
It doesn't look nothing like me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's a good gimmick.
always keep that in mind for.
Did
how
you
much
get
were
one,
they?
Ronald?
No, I didn't get. I knew they weren't gonna feature this year.
Right? The chisel, the Riz.
They weren't gonna get this Riz. You can't get this Riz in plastic.
All right, you guys, we did it. Recent pickups. Ronald, you want to roll into our pre-orders of the week?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Everybody, ear warning.
Pre-orders of the week.
All
There we
right.
go. Now we're in the mood.
That video is brought to you by the one and only Diggs Figs. Thanks for waking us up. I appreciate it. What is our pre-orders of the week? John, you went first last time. What you got for us?
So my pre-order, Ronald pulls it up. I believe I sent you was the Hot Toys Azrael from the Batman Nightfall series.
You did.
Coming out. Should be coming out pretty soon. I'm not that big on Hot Toys. I have a couple Hot Toys, but I'm a huge DC fan, and at the
Look at
same
those.
time, I not a big McFarlane fan. So anytime I can get like Offix or somebody else, these Japanese companies now that are doing the figures and everything. So Hot Toys doing probably my favorite Batman figure. I'm a big John Paul Valley fan. His comic books, his backstory and everything, the Order of Saint Demas, stuff like that. Uh, I like custom stuff. I don't like having 14 Wolverines that look like Wolverine. Batman is always going to be Batman. This is a different Batman. So this was always something that I was drawn to kind of when I was growing up and getting into comics. Azrael was always a big figure of mine. I liked reading about it and everything. So the fact that they're doing a Hot Toys version of this, especially that suit, I love the suit with the big fang shoulder pads and everything.
Yeah.
I actually like that outfit better than kind of the Crusader one that he wore sometimes that you see him wearing. But yeah, that thing, I can't wait for that. I had that on pre-order. I can't wait for that to come out. So that's gonna look very cool on the shelf. So,
and it lights up.
It does light up. So yeah.
Does it have magnets?
It's a Hot Toys. I'm sure something could be magnetic on it.
All right.
You never know.
No, that's 112 or 16, right?
Right.
Yes, that's 16. Yes.
That's a killer design though.
So
That's
sick.
Yeah, I love that suit. I love that Nightfall suit and everything. A lot of people don't even know. It's so funny because a lot of people know of Nightfall because they know because that's where Bane broke Batman's back and everything. Everybody knows that, but nobody knows that when that happened, Jean Paul Valley took over as Batman. So this was the Batman at that time while Bruce Wayne was injured and everything. So
I didn't know
people don't even know who that character is. So,
yeah,
but that's like I said, that was. I like weird stuff. I like stuff that stands out. This was always like, this is Batman, but this is cooler Batman, right? So I definitely need that on my shelf. So
yeah, no, I'm the same way with like you with Hot Toys. They're kind of dangerous, falling head first into that rabbit hole. But I am like that with Spider-Man, and there's so many different Spider-Mans, but the ones that really catch my attention are like the completely different looking ones, like the like 2099 or. Which one's over there?
Yeah, I want something that's going to stand out. Everybody gets
you
excited
see that
about
it is what it is, but completely different version. The Iron Spider, the Big Time, or the Scarlet Spider, and that's what I feel about this Batman too. Like it's different enough. Like one of the few Mezcos I got was the Gotham by Gaslight Batman. I love that one. I see the same
I like
way.
Different.
This one,
I don't want the same Batman over and over and over. It's just Batman. Everybody gets excited because Marvel Legends. Oh, Legends got a new Spider-Man out. Well, it looks just like the last Spider-Man. That's anything different.
Yeah, like this one has. This one is what is it? This one's blue and gray instead of being black and gray. So that those type of differences are like, why? I'm sure there's a comic reason for it, or
This is
it looks 90s, like right? This is awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of backstory to that character. Like I said, he was basically bred to be a vigilante and everything, and had all genetic stuff done to him. Like I said, he was a part of the Order of Saint Demas. So there's a lot of like weird stories that I'm sure has been retconned over and over and over. So it's kind of hard to keep straight and everything. But like I said, the big thing as a kid growing up collecting comic books, this was like, hey, this is a kick-ass Batman. This isn't your normal Batman. And that was the whole thing in the comics. Like he started to go crazy, whereas Batman had lines that he would never cross. This guy didn't have that. If you jaywalked, you were going to the hospital. He didn't care. So like he didn't have those rules that Batman had. So
I like that color that's underneath that shoulder piece, or the cowl or that veil thing, or whatever. So they had that red underneath there. That's really nice.
Yeah,
that's gonna be really substantial. I mean, at 1/6, you're just gonna be a real substantial character.
That's
cool.
Yeah, this is definitely shelf presence for sure, man. I really like the lights. Brian, speaking of lights, have you ever thought lights, light up eyes, light up something?
More ideas from Jesse.
In your characters.
I like them. I think they're great. They just it gets really expensive, when you especially get into 112, you're creeping up into like the $80 to $90 to $100 figure. So
Oh wow.
I wanted to kind of keep it down a little bit,
Of
a little
course.
bit more, so more reasonable. But
course.
it looks
You know,
cool,
just
though.
seeing
I
that
love-
picture, that kind of reminded me something we didn't touch on when we were talking about your stuff, Brian. I know you've got I believe who's doing your wired capes and everything for your figures.
Oh, see Jessam, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean the same people that do Four Horsemen stuff, is
Yeah.
doing yours and everything.
Oh,
So
it's good. Yeah, and his cape, like if you buy his soft goods on the website, I mean, you're looking at $30 plus per cape, but you're getting that in, a $50 figure plus a figure and everything else. So the value of that soft good is it's really good. Yeah.
Wired capes are the way to go. Suck it,
Yeah.
Hasbro and Marvel Legends. Wired capes are the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's super cool.
It is
Ronald, if
cool.
it had magnets in it, would you buy this?
Oh man, I'm sticking to my guns of only getting Spider-Man ones, but oof, if there was a deal on this, or I saw it in person, be a very hard to
Yeah.
not convince myself to
Hard
do it.
pass. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's got magnets on it, Ronald, because this thing has magnets on it.
Dang,
the
look at that
cape,
thing.
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Ooh.
So this is like magnet. So
Oh, that's that Ultron you
I'm
were showing
sure-
us.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm sure somewhere there's going to be magnets on that thing. Hot Toys does magnets. So
Dang.
yeah.
Somewhere there'll be a
Some
magnet.
of the Spider-Mans have magnets on their eyes. Their eyes are swappable, and they
Oh
just
yeah, I've seen that.
Uh,
Yeah, it's cool.
little satisfying little click of the metal.
Yeah.
We're doing those magnet activated like light features too, where you hold the magnet up to like
Oh,
the
right.
face and it activates the lights, like it
Yeah.
engages it. It's pretty
Yep.
cool.
I've got some candles that do that. Some like little bitty small candles for 1/12 scale. You
Yeah.
hold the little wand up and it activates it.
Yeah, there you go.
But this one has a light up collar and light up gauntlets.
So cool.
Dang.
Yeah, I can't wait to see your photos of this, man. Once you get it. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
We got Figure Fight Club joining in. What's up?
Yeah, what's
Says,
going
what's
on?
going on? Did you back the Kickstarter or else? Hobby.
Yeah, there's a
no.
cover charge. If you're just getting here, there's a cover charge. You got to buy a 3-pack.
Yeah, you gotta buy a 3-pack. 3-pack.
There you go. Nice.
No, this is cool.
And in fact, if
Great.
you look, you've already signed up for it because you're here on YouTube. So if you didn't read the YouTube TOS, as soon as you got in here, you already bought a 3-pack.
Done.
Dude,
That's
John's selling it.
For
Love it.
sure.
No, this is a cool pre-order, man. Brian, does this do anything for you?
Oh, I love the design for sure. It's I don't have any 1/6 scale characters, nor do I have room for them or the
Right.
budget.
Okay.
Budget, but I love the look of it though. It's
You
cool.
don't have room for a 1/6 scale figure in your office. He has a 1:1 scale stormtrooper.
Yeah.
That's
I
what's
do.
taking up all the room, dude.
Yeah, 1:1 scale for sure. That's taking up all the room.
Oh,
Yeah, this
dude,
it's a cool looking character though.
Brian, 1:1 scale Ashen Oath figures. Let's
Right.
go.
Oh, hey,
Another
that
idea.
reminds me. I can't wait to see like cosplay one day. Like that's when someone does like foam, just the full foam
Yep,
armor and
That's
all this
cool.
stuff. Oh my
It'd be
god.
really cool.
Yeah.
All right, Ronald. Great pre-order, John.
Yeah.
This thing looks super cool. Let's jump to Brian's pre-order.
Yeah, that's going to be the Cryptoids recent Kickstarter that was funded. Craig and them did a phenomenal job on the whole concept of like the urban legend creatures. Awesome like vision on like a different take on what Sasquatch would look like or what Mothman would look like or any of these other characters. So when I came across this project, I just fell in love with the like I said, the Mothman character that you'll see here in a minute. And then after speaking with Craig, who's a part of the Cryptoids team, he's just a rad dude, and he's been really helpful with Kickstarter, with my Kickstarter, and just giving me feedback on his experience with the first Kickstarter. I'm going to be on their show actually tomorrow night,
Awesome.
the YHS, the Toy Anxiety Show. So I'm excited for that. But yeah,
What time is that?
That's going to be
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to derail it.
6:30 p.m. Pacific. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, then they got the license for Bat Boy, the old classic, like
That's so
National
cool.
Enquirer, or not the National Enquirer, it's the other tabloid magazine,
Yeah.
the famous one. But yeah, they got the license for that, and it was just classic. It's so funny. But yeah, their line did really well. They did over $300,000 on a, I think it was like a 150. So they doubled their Kickstarter. But here's Mothman. But I ordered there's a black one. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, these are just a lot of fun. There's their take on the Bigfoot. It's just completely different concept, but really, really, really fun figures.
Yeah, these look fun.
Yeah,
Great
there's
toy
the
edit.
shadow. Yeah, there's the shadow Mothman.
Shadow.
Yeah, I always like
Wow.
the darker variants, and yeah,
Then the red eyes. That
Yeah.
pops. That
Yeah.
looks great.
totally. So yeah, that's my pre-order. I got that, and I think a couple other ones too. But that was the main attraction was that.
The alien. There you go, John.
Mm-hmm. Roswell.
Trust me,
Roswell.
I know I'm a backer of this. My wife has some aliens coming, and I got the Shadow Mothman also. So
Yeah, it was a super fun project. Yep.
yeah, my
Yeah,
wife
this is
saw
cool.
their table at Toyland, and she was like, "Why don't we have all these aliens?" And I was like, "You got 4 coming. Calm down."
Yep.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a Kickstarter, man. This thing is really cool. Just some of the old school looking,
Yeah.
cryptozoids that we are all familiar with in the past, just brought into 3D life, and a lot of colors, a lot of fun looking playability. Yeah, this Kickstarter is really cool, man.
So much fun. Yeah.
Trying to get to the squonk.
Squawk, yeah, for sure. And their I think their late pledge system is going to be kicking in here pretty soon, if not already. So you can start doing some of the pre-order through BackerKit. See, you can check their page, their updates.
I guess
it should be either
their
engaged or
pre-order now button, so you
Mhm.
can still get in on this. Get it early.
Right on.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go. So this is how Kickstarter works. Get in there and back it, fund it.
Yep. Don't wait till the end.
Fund it. Don't
we gotta
wait till the end.
Get the fire, build the fire hotter, and more people will see it and be more inspired to back it. So, yeah.
Back the Burke.
Yeah.
All
A
right.
lot of people wait. A lot of people wait till the end, but it's like we need that extra push now. Like
What do we say, Ronald? Don't be a butthole.
Back
Back it.
That's
Just
right.
back it. Right,
Totally.
Ronald?
Just back it.
Yeah, that too. We say that too.
Ronald, I'm assuming we have the same pre-order for tonight.
We do. We are both
Okay.
excited of the
Normally
same
we
thing,
don't
so-
share pre-orders, but this is a special night, and we're gonna circle it back around. Ronald, you want to pull it up just one more time? Let the people know.
Yeah, no, we've been saving this for when we had Brian on because
Oh, here we
we
go.
can't talk about this enough.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go. Well,
So,
thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys hopping in on that.
I want to do one thing to all of you that stuck around. I want to give away a figure. I'm going to give away this deluxe Goblin Legion builder.
Oh, nice.
If you guys want this, if whoever's in the chat, whoever's watching right now, if you guys want this, just shoot me a screenshot of you backed some sort of proof saying you backed this Action Oath Kickstarter, and the first person that'll hit my DMs and Instagram will get this figure. I'll send this figure to you.
Wow.
So if you want
Alright,
this,
and
just show me some proof that you backed this Kickstarter, and I will send this to you
Wow.
within the United States. Within
totally.
the United States.
all
That's
right,
very
and anybody
very
had any
generous.
questions, he's gonna walk you through this thing. You push that back button. You wait for your slow internet to load it up, and then this part here is important. You have to go all the way to the bottom, and you got to click that all-in bundle.
That's right.
All
There you
in.
go.
And you push
I tell you
continue,
what. So
and then you stop sharing
You're
because
gonna-
this is where I log in.
This is where you
Nice.
should.
Jesse's going to do
Very nice.
Jesse's going to do a giveaway for the person that proves that they back this, right? That's what you're going to do,
Yep.
Jesse. First person DM you and everything. If you do a proof that you did it all in backer to Jesse, and I'll work with Jesse on this.
Oh dang! Here we go.
Are we eligible for this?
Legendary Warrior.
Oh wow, that's
Whoa.
a great prize. Dang,
but you got to do an all in.
That's
all
incredible.
in for new Legendary Warrior. So not only are you going to get Jesse's figure, you're going to get this figure also. So that's for the all in, or all in for my figure, and then Jesse, you know, if he wanted to do just a regular donation, that's fine. But I just want to give away.
Yeah, I want to see proof that you back this Kickstarter, and that I will pay for shipping, and this is yours. John's saying that he wants to see proof of an all-in purchase, and you get Neve, right?
Yep. No, it's not Neve. Awesome. It's actually the touring show.
Oh, the touring.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
The con exclusive. Still in box, never been opened.
That's a great price.
Whoa! Wait, get this thing out of here! Like that is like way cool. That's is an awesome figure to give away.
Thanks, John, for doing that. That's killer.
Yep.
You guys heard it.
It's got to be an all in. You got to get an all in.
Yeah, that's right.
So does this offer expire after the show? Are we just whoever sends us a picture, the first one, or
I'll let you. They need to. I'll let you decide. Whoever sends you the first picture first, and then if it's an all in, you just tell me, and then I'll tell me where you're shipping yours, and I'll ship mine also free of charge as long as it's in the United States.
I was gonna say we'll give it to the end of the show. I haven't gotten anything yet, but we'll see. We shall see.
How many people are in chat right now?
We got 17 right now.
17. So you got a good chance.
There you go. That's a good chance.
1 in 17. Just show me some proof, and this figure's yours.
That's good.
But we did it, you guys. What's up, Brian?
You know what we should do? We should do a hashtag. We should just do a random drawing for one of the Resonant and Ethereal exclusives. So what we can do is we can throw up a hashtag and do pick. Have someone start chatting up the hashtag. We'll draw and we'll get an ethereal one. It's all contingent on the Kickstarter gets funded, right? But we'll pick someone. You guys can do the contest, right? Or the.
So here's the thing. I don't think we've done a hashtag yet on this our little show here. So Ronald, what do you think?
What we could do is take names down, or we could do something where they chat in chat. We just draw a name somehow, like just roll a dice or do something practical or whatever it might
roll
be.
A dice.
Do you have a 20? Anyone have a 20-sided dice? Because we have 17 people in. We can have a little RPG action.
I don't have a 20-sided dice on me, unfortunately.
My 4 horsemen is my lab.
No, I don't have one near me. I think I have one.
Figure Fight Club says you guys StreamYard. Yes, we do. So if you got any, he's got a link. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Here I have the thing. I have to set up a hashtag. So what's the? Can I use any word? No, I don't have to use a hashtag. I just have to use a word.
Do back.
What word are we using?
Just do. We could just do Ashen Oath. One word. I think you
get
have to
ashy.
Get ashy.
I knew it was going to be that. I knew it was going to be that. Maybe if you're talking about the Jesse thing, just do like a screenshot or something. I'm sure that's all Jesse wants is a screenshot. Tell him,
I'm just going to put Ashen so I don't. Yeah. Just put Ashen.
Yep.
Ashen.
Okay, so it's live stream.
Shoot me a picture, media, if you can. I'll accept your friend request as soon as I see it.
Gain 3 people in chat, so people are telling people that we're giving stuff away now. So
yep.
Now they're coming out of the woodwork. So
there you go.
So yeah, just type in Ashen and I'll see if the entries go up.
So the chat
hashtag Ashen.
Do we need Ashen?
That we're doing?
It should be.
This is our first time, Brian. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get it. We got to figure it out.
Okay, does it count capitals or?
I don't think it's case sensitive. I think you do have to do it. I'm not sure if you have to do hashtag, but I think they have to do hashtag though in chat for it to log it.
James is on it. Ronald, you got the link. Figure Five Club.
Yeah, I already set up the thing where you put the.
Okay. Can you show it on screen? Can you share the hashtag?
Show the hashtag.
Spelling purposes.
I guess I could do that. Let me move this over here.
There you go.
Boom,
They're doing.
Boom.
Make sure you guys do
first time.
Hashtag Ashen for a chance to win the Ethereal Edition Mortem Resonant, which is the clear event exclusive, only for Kickstarter and in-person events.
There it is. Put a hashtag in front, though.
Do you need a hashtag or just?
I think you need a hashtag.
I think they have to have the hashtag. Yeah.
They have to have the hashtag. Okay. So,
yeah.
Hashtag Ashen, just like that.
It's showing they're in there. It shows 10 entries so far, so I think it's
Okay. All right. Here we go.
11, yeah. So okay.
We'll give that a few minutes, but
yeah, spread the word.
Whenever you guys are ready to do the drawing, I'll leave that up to you guys. But like I said, it's all contingent on the Kickstarter gets funded. But one of you guys will win one of the special edition Mortem Resonance, and then I'll get your name. I have a document going for giveaways, and so I'll get your name. You guys can hit me up at Instagram at Von Burke Studios, and then we'll roll with it. We'll make sure you get those figures in your hands.
Well, man, that is really generous of you.
Well, all you guys too.
Cool.
I mean, your giveaways are awesome too. Good Lord, killer.
Ryan, do you have anything going on with the retailers? Are retailers able to come into the Kickstarter, or do you plan on this being a retail thing after it's funded? Obviously, is that
a little bit of both. A little bit of both. So I have a lot of retailers reaching out. Like when they came to Legions Con, had so many international shops, like online shops, reach out to me. Some local shops as well, wanting to carry just word of mouth. People saying, "Hey, can you get a hold of so and so?" And can you get a hold of Von Burke Studios and see if we can, work on some kind of a deal or something? So there's a lot of feelers that are happening. I'm just waiting to see what does my quantities look like after Kickstarter, for ordering, pieces from the factory. So that's definitely in the works. I want to get out there and have a presence at the different toy shops, and getting feedback from you guys. Which ones do you think are appropriate? Like where do you think would be a good spot for us too? So yeah, definitely want to get out there. Lots of interest out there for sure.
That was a great question, John.
Yeah, whether they're coming into back for Kickstarter, I'm not sure, but with the beauty of Kickstarter is you're saving like around 20% alone, just cheaper than retail. But then when you go into these all-in packages, and on top of that, save $5 per figure. It's a good retailer price, right? It's a good wholesale price, because then they're probably going to have some for 55 or whatever it's going to be. And so it's a good value to at least bring new product into your store, bring new eyes, fresh product, and then kind of get yourself in also with me for a future allocation if we start doing retail allocation. So I think it's a great time for them to come in.
Exactly. So the all-in was the $393 price, right?
There's two of them. There's the essentials one that you can get just like the Mortem set, where it's the Mortem variations and then Corthanus plus the poster and those kind of things. So there's that one, but then there's the big $393, the big all-in. So
basically you're getting free stuff. So yeah,
totally.
Definitely.
So Brian, I'm just curious though, from a creator and personal perspective on this project, which one is your favorite character?
That's a hard one.
Favorite baby.
Right.
What's your favorite child?
Yeah, I think the Mortem. I think the army builder, just the standard Mortem, is so much fun. I love Hero Class. Corthanus is great. I love them all. But what I really would love to see is just a whole shelf of just that, of like the Mortem, resonant characters with a Choirmore in the middle, right? Just like, because the Choirmore kind of leads the army, so to speak. He's like the champion. So to have that all set up where they're so, all real similar looking, and then you have a Choirmore in the middle. I mean, I think that's going to be great. The Choirmore is great too, because it's a great value, because you're getting a helmet for the same price as as the Mortem Resonance. So it's $45 between the two. Getting new deco, new pauldrons, and a helmet for $45. So I wanted to kind of keep it within that builder price. So it's a great value, but the Boredom Resonant, I think just the builder, the standard builder is probably squeaks by as being it's hard to say favorite, but I think he just kind of it takes the lead a little bit on the rest of them.
Or you would say favorite-ish, right?
Ish, yeah, good-ish. He's the goodish child. Yeah, he's my ish.
Like you said, you can't just own one skeleton. You got to have like an army of them.
Right.
You gotta have an army of yeah.
It's got to be like Army of Darkness, where they're marching on the castle,
Yes.
and you got Bill Mosley's character leading them, and everyone playing the flute.
Is there?
Stuff like
I saw a trailer for a new Evil Dead movie coming out. It looks pretty. That trailer was gnarly. I was like, that's how you do a trailer. It's like, dang, what is going on? Hey John, did you guys go, since your wife's into the Egyptian history and stuff, did you guys go see Mummy yet?
We have not seen the new one, but I am a Cronin fan, so we are. Work has been kicking my butt lately.
Oh
but
yeah.
yes, we definitely. I
figured you guys probably did.
Yeah,
I definitely want to go see that movie. It looks so crazy. It looks awesome.
It's gnarly.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. I saw it the other night. It's you're just like, whoa, dude. Like the scenes you see in the trailer, you're just like, there's a lot of stuff kind of like that happening. You're like, oh my God, whoa.
Yeah.
That's fun.
See, that's my side. Gory and crazy and wild. That's my, and then I can just say, hey, it's a movie about a mummy, so we're gonna go, and she'll go. So
yeah, it's just like the Brendan Fraser one. It's real similar.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
It's just like it. Just like it.
Fun times.
Quite the opposite. Yeah, you guys will like it. You guys will like it.
So to just reiterate, I haven't gotten a DM from anybody yet saying that they backed this Kickstarter. It doesn't matter what tier or anything. If you backed a Kickstarter, send me some proof. Just DM me that you backed this thing, and I will send you this figure for free.
Nice.
Offering a legendary barbarian warrior if you back the all-in. If you can send some proof on that.
Send it to Jesse. Yeah, send it to Jesse. If you do this again, he'll let me know. I'll send you the.
I'm refreshing. I haven't got anything yet. So, and then Brian's offering one of his figures. Obviously, once the Kickstarter funds, just type in #Ashen, and let's do this thing. Let's give away some toys.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
it's the last day of the Kickstarter, Brian.
Thursday. April 30th is the last day, and so we're doing 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and that's when we're closing it up. Yep.
And then Brian can finally sleep afterwards. All right.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's gonna be. I'll tell you what. The following day is gonna be crazy. Like that Friday is gonna be just. It's gonna be. I've been so on, since Legions Con, right, in November. Even before that, like trying to build the Paint Masters of prototypes for Legions Con was just such a lot of work. So when everything goes quiet, I don't know if quiet, but when everything settles after the Kickstarter, it's gonna be a weird time. It's like similar to like when bands come off tour, and as soon as they get, they're like, what do I do with myself?
Know what to do with themselves. Yeah.
So weird. Like you get back to that hotel room, and you're like, wow, that's like Legions Con. Honestly, like flying back from Legions Con is just like all that excitement, all that fun, and then it's just a downer. It's like you're like, oh man, got to recover from that. Vacation from a vacation. Booked my rooms today, so I got the room booked for Legions Con, which is pretty killer. We get early access as exhibitors, so I think next week everyone else will have access to the rooms.
That's awesome.
Jesse, you said you've been to Legions Con?
2 times, yeah.
Yep.
I've never been to Legions Con, so
you need to go.
It's an experience. It's wild.
I definitely want to make it back this year, and it would be awesome to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So much fun.
Yeah, that's where I saw these Ashen figures last year in person. I wanted your little green sword so bad. I was like, let me buy it from you.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Can't do it. But yeah. Yeah, and those were a little bit larger. That was they're quite a bit larger than the actual what the actual scale is going to be. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those
Are
are
you
fun.
are you planning on making? I thought that base was so cool with the hands coming
Yeah,
up, holding the sword. Are you planning anything with that
I
mass
think
production
no,
or?
I think I'm gonna do them just for myself. Like I need to print because I did it for a contest. And Darla Ackerman had won. I
Mhm.
think I'll do them for myself just for like displaying Ashen Oath weapons, but I don't think I'll produce that one.
Oh
It's
man,
it's
so cool.
it's fun.
And it's so cool that Darla Ackerman won that too.
I
Like
know it
one
was
of the
great.
Ackermans, like
Yeah,
so cool.
it was awesome.
Well
Yeah,
As long
deserved.
as it wasn't Curtis, right? As long as it wasn't Curtis. Darla's okay. We just didn't want Curtis.
yeah,
Right?
totally.
Right.
People were saying rigged in the comments when she
Rigged.
won it. Rigged. I love that. It's so funny. It's
Yeah,
so
watch
good.
that stream. That was good.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I gotta get to bed. So,
Let's do the
what do you
giveaway.
guys say?
Let's do the drawing.
While
We
we're
gotta do
Do
the
the
drawing.
giveaway?
Yeah, let's do the drawing. So good. Make sure you guys get the Ashen, get the Ashen in the hashtag Ashen in chat,
Where
and
we at,
have
Ronald?
a chance to win the ethereal mortem.
Ethereal Mortem.
Yep.
We're at 12 entries. Good chances, guys. Good chances.
Dude, great chances. Can I enter?
And if you're like me, you've never won one of these things before in years of doing this. This is your chance, probably. So.
Yep. Absolutely. This is all contingent that the Kickstarter gets funded, but this is a great time for you to have a chance to get one of your own. Here we go. Good luck, you guys.
Good luck.
Hey, Satan Ghost.
Satanic Goat Warship.
That's-
There you
No
go.
way. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
so reach out to me on Instagram at Von Burke Studios. Send me a DM, and then I'll get your info and my document here, and then we'll connect after we get funded and start getting figures rolled in. I'll get you a special fig. So congratulations. That's awesome. So cool.
Well, thanks, Brian.
Yeah, of course.
Of
Of course.
Satanic Goat Worshipping. We've noticed his name a while back now. He's been a regular on our show, so I think that's awesome that he won.
Yeah, pays off.
Obviously, Kickstarter needs to fund, so let's be clear about that.
Nice. I
But
love
yeah,
that sticker.
yeah,
Cool.
congrats. I
Yeah,
appreciate
good
it.
job, dude.
But Brian, if you need to bounce, I'm not going to hold you. I think I got some DMs. I'm checking my Instagram right now.
Oh yeah, there you go. You got the painted portrait.
Again, another thing about the detail and relationship with Brian, he put something original. I've got a bunch of these. So he
Yeah.
put something original, detail.
Yeah.
Details,
For
people.
those
Details.
limited edition sculpts, I'll do like a kind of like a hand touched painting of the figures, and those are always fun to do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head out. I got my fam's getting ready for bed, so
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna tuck them in and do the thing. But I appreciate you guys having me on and chat. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Sounds good, Brian.
We're gonna be crushing
Brian,
it. Yeah.
Celebrate.
I had so much fun hanging out with you tonight.
Yeah.
I can't wait to celebrate, crack one of those Ashen Oath beers with you.
gonna do
I
it.
can't wait to get these figures on my shelf. I wish you the best of luck in your Kickstarter. I can't
Thanks.
wait, man. So
Had a blast tonight. It's good hanging out
Right
with you
on.
guys.
I'm glad.
So, all right. I'll catch you on the flip side. All right.
See you,
Peace
Brian.
out, you
All right,
guys.
man.
See ya. Yep.
Later.
See ya.
Okay. So 14 minutes ago, I got a message from Midnight saying that he can't send me a picture. 2 minutes ago, I got a message from James saying he can't send a picture neither. So I have to accept their friend request. But let's see here. So I accepted Midnight's. If Midnight, if you could send me that picture, if you're on right now, and I could see it, then you will be the winner of mine. If you back an all in, if you have proof backing an all in, then you can win John's as well. I'm going to check also James, he also sent me a request, which I'm accepting right now. So if you could send me a picture of backing the Kickstarter or an all-in, if you got an all-in, you could win Cincy's as well. So let's see who sends some pictures. If they're still on. Good night, Twizzler. Thank you. Yeah, we're wrapping up right now, you guys. I did want to say thank you to everybody that stopped by and hung out with the Collection Nexus tonight, kept that chat alive. Replay crew, we see you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, all the comments was really great. Brian's a great dude making cool figures. So just go support his Kickstarter. Right, John?
Definitely,
I mean,
definitely gotta
back it.
support that. I mean, we gotta have these figures. These figures are awesome. Brian's a great dude. He's very talented. I mean, he said it tonight. Everything that he's doing, he's got his hands on everything.
Yeah.
He's got an eye for detail, an eye for story making, storytelling, world building. So there's no reason to have any doubt about funding this thing. I mean, this is going to be something very cool to have on your shelves and in your hands. So
Well said. Okay. Okay. So I got a picture from James saying that he backed. It doesn't say it's a all in, but he backed. So James, you're the first one to send me the picture that went through midnight. You also, it's dude, midnight saying he got an all in. So why don't
you should
you
get a shopping cart thing. Now, obviously don't give Jesse your credit card because you don't want Jesse to have your credit card or anything like that. Yeah, if you can send proof of that to Jesse and Jesse confirms it, I'll gladly mail this.
I
Make
don't
sure you send Jesse all your, or you can just email, or not email, but DM me your address if Jesse confirms it. My Instagram's right there, Cincy_John. However you want to do it. You can send it to Jesse. Jesse will give it to me, or you can just send it to me directly. So however you want to do it, I'll be easy.
Okay. So James sent a picture showing that he did back. So he's gonna get this guy. So James, shoot me an address that you want me to send this to, and I'll get this sent to you. So thank you so much. And then midnight, you're saying you can't send a pic for some reason, but you got an all in. If I can get that picture, I'll take it off camera. We'll talk off camera about this. As soon as I get that picture, I'll let John know. Thank you, John, for donating. That was a
I'm looking at my Kickstarter right now, and it'll tell you what level you backed in. Just screenshot that, black out any personal information. If it shows that one, I know mine's right here. Well,
if you give Jesse your credit card information, you're going to back a lot more.
It wouldn't show any. It will say, you're a backer, and it will show your level right there. It says all in bundle.
Nice, Ronald.
Way
to go, man.
Perfect.
Well, here's the thing: is he's having a problem sending me a picture. So, like I said, we'll take it off camera. We'll figure it out. Okay. As soon as I get that picture, I'll let John know.
Go make a post of the winners, and other than that, successful show. We got to pick Brian's brain, and we backed the Burke.
We did. Good job, Ronald. I already backed it like long ass time ago. So
I have changed my my Kickstarter like 7 times this week. Every time he's on a show, I gotta change it.
Yeah, man. I feel you.
I think I want to double up on that one. I didn't see that extra skull there.
Yep.
I guess I need another one.
Yep. Well, cool, you guys. I had a lot of fun. John, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you.
Thank you guys so much for inviting me out here. I appreciate it. Like I said, this was a show that I definitely want to sit in. I'm a huge fan of Brian's and everything, and talk about his project was an honor just to be here, like sitting here just fanboying out and everything. So I appreciate the invite and having me on for sure.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. So Kadeem, he says I backed also all in also and can't send pic. So give me a follow shoot me a message. I'm gonna work it out with what was his? I'm sorry. Now I'm getting
Midnight.
all
I
mixed
think
up.
it was Midnight. That was the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah. So Midnight was first. So I'm gonna be fair. As soon as I get something from him, that's it. But all right, you guys. Cool. We did the show. Talked to Brian. Go back to Kickstarter. Did some giveaways. I think it was a fun Monday. It's late. I gotta get to bed. We'll see you on the Nexus.
The Collection Nexus. Yeah! The Collection